with you from Temple, Texas, 2017 BCAPL 8-Ball Texas State Championship. This is Ken Jones. I just restarted the stream. We're going to have Hot Shots versus, of course, I'll Have Another. Obviously, their name won't fit there in the bottom corner, so we're just going to call them, of course, for now. They'll be starting shortly. It's a 2 o'clock match. It is currently 1:58. We're going to give them a little roster sheet, have them fill it out, hopefully give us some descriptions of who's who so we can identify them throughout the match. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way it'll let you know when a new video comes out. Well, you got to hit the little bell next to the subscribe notifications. And I'll let you know when we go live like this or when a video is uploaded. We do that sometimes where we'll record and then upload later. Be sure to also hit that like button. That is fairly important. I know it doesn't seem like much, but the more videos you like, people who like similar videos will be more likely to see what you liked, which will get us more views, which means we can keep giving you these streams for free. And I'm gonna step away, so we'll be back with you as soon as the match is ready to start. So just hang out, watch them practice. I'll even put it on. Let's do this. Come on, camera. Gimme. There we go. I'll give you a little view of both tables as they warm up. Alright, and hopefully we'll get started soon.
All right, welcome back to Bad Boys TV. We're getting ready to get started here. We've got a women's open match for you. We've got hot shots, and of course, I'll have another. Hot shots are in the white shirts, and they will be racking and breaking this first round. On one table, we've got Casey and Tamara, and on the other, we have Michelle and Courtney. Welcome back, everybody. Here on table 2, which is the main table that we've got up on the screen right now. Well, both tables right now. Of course, I'll have another is at the table. They're in the black booze hound shirts. Let me look and see if I can see where they are from. Well, their team captain, Charlene, is from Converse, Texas. And they are playing Hot Shots, and they are from Houston. Always get a good turnout from Houston at this event. This is the opening day of teams. We have men's and women's open teams. They will conclude on Sunday. We finished up the singles yesterday. We crowned 5 singles Texas state champions yesterday. And right off the top of my head, I cannot remember all of their names.
We're going to try something. I'll be right back. Well,
Looks like I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Rick Jones, CEO of the Bad Boys Empire. We have him to thank to bringing you this stream. Well, the idea.
Yeah,
He's
because
kind of the
it's
idea.
hooked to electronics, man.
He's kind
you
of
don't
the
thank me for
idea
nothing.
guy. Yeah.
Jeremy put the server together. I paid for the cameras. It's a 50-50 deal.
You got the untechy people back here right now. I think both of us, we push the on button and it comes on, we're good.
Yeah. Well, I stood there for a while this morning going, come on, computer on. And nothing was happening. All right, so what do we got? Hot shots and...
And of course, I'll have another.
Ah, yeah, of course I'll have another.
And
that's no lie in Texas. Best drinking states, Texas, and then you got Canada.
Those are the 2 best drinking countries right there, Texas and Canada. Well, and I've heard Scotland can.
Yeah. I haven't been over the pond yet, so.
Well, and of course I'll have another. As you can see, this is their team shirt. It's got the Booze Hounds on the back. I'm thinking this is going to be a fun team later tonight.
All right, we got a ref making a call on the little table up in the corner. And yet again, we didn't get a chance to zoom back those cameras. It's always a little chaotic when the division starts because we have to get everybody up and make sure they got their rosters for their teams and stuff. Dwayne looks so happy today.
I think everybody's getting tired.
We got to give him a hat. Teach him how to give a happy
face. Need a happy
face.
pill.
Well, jump in that chat room. Feel free to chat with us. Let us know how we're doing.
We've really enjoyed you guys in the chat room this week. I have to say this is the most knowledgeable group we've had in the chat room since we started doing this, I think.
Yeah, I think we've only had to boot about a dozen
well,
bots or butt heads.
Yeah, most of those aren't people.
Well, looks like she's trying to cut it in the side.
I believe so. Yeah,
oh,
hit it a little too full.
Just a little.
That brings Michelle to the table.
And Kenneth is in the chat room. Welcome back. I think he's been with us just about at least half the matches, maybe more.
Oh, yeah, he's
I think almost all the ones I've done.
He's been done a great job of hanging in there with us.
Well, a little too thin on that cut shot, but did not give her opponent anything to shoot at.
It's our buddy Ed Slade's in there.
Slade!
Ed, how you doing?
Oh, I got to go find the chopper cam here in a little bit. Give Ed Slade a little taste of our chopper cam. You know how to run it, right, Brett? You know how to fly the chopper?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can start with the view of the tables, and then you can pan the room.
That's the part I haven't done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting some neat little toys.
Learning as we go. Try to add to.
We get somebody coming by between games or something. We should do a little pan of the room.
Yeah. It's got it made, Slade. Hey, I like those mini tournament things. We just got the mini tournament system done. Been testing it here. It's working really well. We run the minis just like we run the tournament now. You come up, we swipe your card. Your name goes right in. It automatically does a draw for us, prints out score sheets for every match.
Seems good. I'm a little. Yesterday I got my first taste. I'm like, I just don't want to be screwing something up here.
Yeah, no, it's working really good, really good. Well, and the nice thing is you can get a mini out in 5 minutes. If you got a line of people, it's click, 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 bam, push, print, and the score sheets come out. They're assigned to a table. It's awesome.
The only difference is they don't have to go online to see where they play.
Oh, we can. Yeah,
But
they go up live.
Yeah, they could, but
Yeah.
we don't like.
Well, the mini, you don't really have time to go look at a bracket. Usually you finish a match, you're matched up, and then we just call it, as the score sheets come out, we just call you out.
So she's going to kick this 3-ball in, and on table 1, we've got.
Oh, that was close.
Of course, I'll have another is
about
shooting
to take
the
down
8-ball.
a game. And there it
she
goes.
Does. So Tamra.
Let's see if I can.
Oh, she got the double kiss. Well, she's left it pretty tough. The 1 will cut in the side, but the cue ball is going to have to travel a long ways to get to that 3. This is Michelle shooting at the table. Oh, she just missed.
It's a great little tournament. We had.
So now Courtney will come back with a little easier shot on this 8-ball.
We had some players from, I think 4 or 5 from Seattle area, Washington.
4 or 5 here?
Yeah, there was some guy that came up here that I never seen him in Lincoln City, but he came and played here.
Cool.
And then Leo was here with his partner, played Scotch.
Yep, I saw.
And there was somebody else, I can't remember
saw
who
Leo
it was.
and Cassie here.
Yeah.
So we'll switch over to table 1. So I can update the score here while you guys are watching.
Yeah, we're going to have to turn that camera off after this match and turn it back on. It's picked up something that gave it a little bit of a color issue.
It just seems like it just kind of does that sometimes. It's really close to the curtains over there, so I think it more surprises me when it doesn't. I think it takes a little while for it to focus, or the curtains have some sort of an effect on it.
Yeah, why don't you go to that sky cam for a minute? Go to the copter cam.
Our eye in the sky. This gives you a little different view.
That's a great view from the copter cam.
Both tables.
All right, go ahead. Kick her back to the other table.
All right, this is Alma getting ready to break.
We got to remember if we switch over to another table that we got to keep the score up there. So, Ed Slade, what do you think about that copter cam?
Oregon Ian says the mini system sounds awesome. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, we got a drone, but it's just a little too loud. Plus, Kenny hasn't gotten that good at flying it yet. I don't want to crash landing on it.
Kenny tested a drone, I believe it was here
Yeah,
at
that
this
little
event.
one. Yeah,
Well, but it was so light that the air conditioning was
would just
blowing
throw
it
it all
the
over.
place.
Yeah, I got him a bigger one for Christmas.
He
wants to practice with it.
He said he needs to practice with that one.
Yeah.
And they do make noise. It would.
I told him this morning when we were doing the copter cam, I said, all we got to do is put a big fan over in the corner and kick it on when the chopper comes in. He's like, no, can't do that.
You've come up with an interesting idea, but you're running with it, and that's when you get in trouble.
All right, so who we got on this table, Brett?
Let's see.
The main table here.
Table 2, we have Alma and Renee. And
Okay.
this is Alma at the table.
This is Alma here.
That's what it says on her shirt. And hopefully these girls are wearing their own shirts, and I didn't trade them.
A little overcut on that ball.
Overcut that a little bit. But she has not left.
Yeah, I don't think she gave her opponent anything. This is the start of the women's team division. The men started at 9 a.m. this morning. The women started at 2. In the men's division, we had 96 teams, and the first place team gets $5,000. I can't remember what I did for the payouts for the women, but we'll get that info to you in a little bit. We got a little while before we get to get there. Second chance. Teams will start in the morning. Brett's learning the technology over there. He's looking it up now. What do we have? 30.
Women's teams, 29. Women's teams.
29 teams?
Yep, 29.
If you go to manage.
Yep,
there you go.
First place is 1,400.
1,400. That's not bad for 29 teams.
Both of these teams are right in it. They're both without a loss.
Both undefeated at the moment.
That's right.
What a shot. That was a nice little bank through the crowd.
Ed says he loves the sound effects. We're kind of fortunate here because we are not commentating from like up on the desk, so we can do the little sound effects and have fun and not bother the players.
We're going to have to build a sound booth for all our other events anyway, because we got to keep that music off of there. And if you can block the view of the commentators from the players, I think it helps a lot. They feel a lot more relaxed. We actually had a match this morning, and they didn't even think they were being streamed. And when I told them, hey, guys, if you want to go watch the match, you're already up on YouTube, and they were like, oh, my God, you guys recorded it? We didn't.
There's cameras sitting out there, but there's nothing that would tell you that they're on or anything like that.
Yeah, we're just trying to bring a different little style than most. We are working on a ton of sound effects. I got Jeremy with the list, and he's working on it. So, guy shot a shot this morning, and to me, it looked like it went in the pocket, but it didn't. It came out, and it's like, holy moly, man, he got Mutombo'd. And Kenny turns around and looks at me like, what in the heck? I was like, that shot was denied, man.
That's where you need to have a big foam finger that waves back and forth in front of the camera. Yeah. Kenny probably doesn't know who Mutombo was.
Well, technically, at one time, I mean, we can stream it. two. I mean, we can shoot at two. Right now, we just have 3 cameras, but uh, with the chopper cam, I can aim it at any table in the room. Fact.
I was gonna say, here comes Jeremy.
I'll hop over here. I can reach. I like my headphones can reach a mile.
We can give these guys a little view of the room with the.
That's,
Let me know when you want me to switch over.
yeah, I will. It's got a little bit of an internet delay today, but all right, go ahead.
Kind of a view
Yeah,
of the
you got
room.
it up there. It's got just a little delay on it. But if I want to,
You can see teams fills the room up pretty good. Oh, that's for the ladies, I guess.
well, that's a bad shot. No intention there. Come on, camera, move.
I guess that's the lady cam.
Really? I might have it maxed out because we
need
moved
Bonnie's
the boom.
yes button. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I might have it maxed out because we moved. Yeah, but I can turn this camera and
Oh,
come on, hold up.
just busted Dwayne.
Dwayne's on the
He's
phone.
on his phone.
He's gonna look at his nails like.
He doesn't.
Come on.
Nike cam.
The ankle cam. Yeah. Look, her shoes match the table.
Rick's looking for some endorsements.
God, it's just jumping around a little too much on me here.
Nike for $1 billion. You can endorse BadBoys TV, and Brett.
I'm all jumpy, but basically you get the idea.
All right, we're
Yeah,
going back to pool action.
I'm getting dizzy now. But yeah,
we apologize to you people with vertigo.
We can we kind of move the camera in the middle of the thing, so but we can actually take it and move it wherever we want and then zoom into the table. And I can do that ahead of time before, Brett goes live with it.
So this is Renee here at the table.
Okay. Yep.
Of course, I'll have another. She fired that 12 ball in, and looks like she's got a shot at the 11 in the side. Meanwhile, on table one up in the
That's
corner
not a bad
there.
view. If you want to sky cam,
It looks
give
like
them
Teresa is
two table view.
Looks like Teresa's shooting her last, so she's got a shot at the 8. We'll need to keep an eye on that so we can have the score.
Yeah, I think she can make the 15 maybe.
Teresa's going to run that 8 ball all the way up. Try to get her team on the board. Oh, man,
I thought she made it.
I did too. I was just about to say, and she doesn't. Ouch. She hit it pretty good.
Don't
Just
shoot
caught
this
the
too
point.
hard. Oh,
That would be
kind
why.
of got a bounce there. If that a little smoother stroke, yeah, she might have.
Yeah, that little
Might have
bounce
not went into the pocket. Might have caught.
She was kind of jacked up over a ball, which made that tough.
Yeah. We can go ahead and show them camera 3 there, and you can see that we can get 2 tables at once. Or
yeah, we will between games. We're right at the start doing that. We'll be all off on the score.
Oh, don't be afraid. Uh-oh.
She's going to block. Oh. Well, it looks like that 8 ball is going in now.
Yep.
Teresa comes back to the table. Finish that 8 ball off. And she does nicely.
So does that give a win to Hot Shots?
Puts Hot Shots on the board. And they're working on getting another one. Here on table 2. This is Alma. She's going to play the 6 ball. She'd probably love to just come up and just bump right into the 8 for shape on the 2.
Yeah, if she misses it, she's not going to have a shot on the 2. So.
Got an idea. Move the boom down to the floor. Raise the camera up. Center it right over the 2, but raise it up, the boom up.
Yeah, we can either do that or we could just, like I said, move it way down
It
and
doesn't
then
matter how high it is.
put it in the middle.
The boom back a little bit.
Yeah,
Put it straight on the tables and right in between the 2.
right.
Well, she's missed, but definitely hooked. Even bumped that 13 a little bit to hook her more. So Erica comes to the table.
We got a kick shot coming. Well, this is a shot I would definitely get a ref on because you could be
I
real
would
close.
too. Well, yeah, I would too. Especially if she makes this ball, it's going to be a pretty close hit. But
Well, she made it obvious, that's for sure. Yeah, she might have left that tough. It doesn't look like that 2 will go on the bottom right. It might. If it doesn't, it'd be a tough shot to shoot and get shaped to the 6.
Amy got both those raffles off. Amy got both those raffles off.
Cool.
Ryan Stamp won the Obi lift.
Yeah, we got here at the Mayborn, they have motorhome and travel trailer parking along the back, and they pretty much sold out all the spaces. And it's like right out the back door. She made a good shot there and got shaved. She just barely missed
they
that.
sold out all the spaces, but they're not all full of travel trailers and.
Oh no, because Sippy took what 5 spaces.
5
man.
spaces.
Yeah, he's got a whole kitchen, party, grill. Yeah, he's got a whole clan back there. Like, he's actually got one guy coming to do nothing but cook.
These guys know how to tailgate.
Yeah, he's a season pass holder for the Texans. He's like, yeah, we've got this down now. But oh man, I went out there yesterday. He's like, come on, man, come on. I went out there and had some tacos and yeah, a great bunch of guys. Yeah.
Wow.
There's all kinds of cues over there. Just keep kicking, baby. Keep kicking, girl. I might actually get a vacation this year if you can sell them all. Yep, just tap it in. Don't hit too hard.
Yeah. Oh, she
Apparently, she can't hear me from back here.
she doesn't play on bass diamond tables at home, I don't think.
Yeah, that was probably that was a valley stop shot right there.
Oh,
And she
cut
probably
this-
plays out of
cut
like
this right in.
Galveston or Port Lavaca where it's really humid, you know. That would have been a stop shot.
They
Are they
their team
Well,
is
San
from,
Antonio.
they're from Houston.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Houston's pretty humid too.
They're from Houston.
That's probably that was a valley, humid town stop shot right
The other
there.
team, their team captain's from Converse, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think Converse is. I want to say west.
I'd have to Google.
I can't remember.
I'd have to Google where that.
I've driven through Texas so many times and seen those little signs.
Well, this brings
here's a tough
Renee
one.
to the table with a tough shot on this 13, but it's a lot easier than the last one she had. She's not kicking at this one. Oh. She's not going to like that.
Rick, with one more big screen TV for the commentating, I could put full screen one table, full screen the other table, and then the other monitor for the controls.
We wouldn't have to leave home. You start doing that. Just send you out to do the camera work.
And Alma cleans that up and ties this match at 2. We'll switch over to table 1 while they're racking the balls.
Who's Mr. Sharp? Who's trying to go by the name Mr. Sharp back here in my commentating area? Brett, you trying to pull something on somebody?
Mr. Sharp.
Yeah, I don't.
Hello, Chris. I figured she'd probably be joining us. I've been called many things. Sharp isn't usually one of them.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, she was wondering if Ian is Ian Sharp. And he says, yes, ma'am. Chris has probably called me many things, and Sharp is not one.
That wasn't it either. A little bit of an overcut there. Yeah, Jeremy, remind me when this match is over to turn this camera off and back on. Because it just went with that color like, I don't know, about an hour ago. Color just changed. We thought it was the sunlight coming through.
Which table is that?
This is table 1, and this is Courtney at the table.
That table actually does that. That camera's been doing that.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine until this morning. Then just out of the blue,
Did it last night too, though.
it changed color, and we thought maybe it was the sunlight coming through.
Well,
But
it's that setting I told you about. I don't know where the setting's at. We'll have to pull the cameras down and figure out
Right.
what's different about it.
right.
I can unplug it right now and plug it back in from the back of the server.
Yeah. Well, if we kick off of this table, we can. But
Yeah, Chris says she wouldn't call me Sharp.
no.
I'm too round to be Sharp. All right, we've got these bottom pockets owned.
Yeah, she's got them covered.
Problem is, there aren't really any stripes down here needing to get into them.
Well,
But
go rail first, make that 15, but you got to hit it with some speed so you
she's
can get
calling.
that cue ball out.
I think she's playing the combination though.
Nah, don't look like it to me.
Okay, no, she went rail first. Wow,
There
what a
you
great
go.
shot.
Look at that.
That was great. Didn't
That
look
was
like
perfect.
when she was queuing. It just didn't
I
look like she
told
was
her what
queuing.
to do. She heard me.
Yeah, she must have.
Ephraim stepped in and helped.
That was perfect.
That
That
was
was very
awesome.
Efren-esque.
Oh, same shooter.
Oh, how do you do that?
But do you know that happens all the time?
Yeah.
Shoot that great tough shot,
Yeah.
and then she took a little more time on the first one. She didn't miss that by much. But
No, she hit the point. It was pretty close. And she hit the knuckle. Yes.
Right in the knuckle.
Oh, I have never heard that until Derby City this year. Chris Melling's like, you guys, and he just
No,
was,
we had him so
Oh, he
blushing.
was-
It was hilarious. Like, what are you afraid
we
of
kept
calling
saying,
it
oh,
the nipple?
we hit the titty.
And he
He's
just
like, you guys and
lost
your
it.
titties. I said, well, what do you call them? He goes, knuckles. I said, I'd much rather be hit by a titty than a knuckle. Oh.
He was blushing too. It
Oh,
was
he
funny.
was. We had him rolling. I've never potted a ball either.
That could confuse an American pool player.
I think that's what the problem with the Moscone Cup. You know? They've got,
Smoke some pot
yeah,
to make a ball, but never potted the ball.
yeah. In America, it's like potted means a whole different thing.
I can't do that stuff. I got too much stuff to do, man. I can't.
Can't afford to be lazy. Huh?
No, I can't. I don't know how anybody could smoke weed and then go to work. I've never had one of those jobs. Because as a teenager, I just wanted to lay down and giggle. I don't have no interest in. Yeah. I'd have to go the exact opposite route.
Well, living in Oregon, even though I don't partake, I've learned a lot about it.
Well, I can tell you this.
And there's more.
I don't partake on purpose, but every pool tournament I do, if you got to walk down a long hallway at the hotel, you're going to at least get the damn munchies before you get to your room.
We get the munchies at the tournament desk.
Well, that was a pretty nice try on hitting that ball.
Not so much here, though, because it's not legal here. So
You're not going to bed at the right time, man. Because the hallway last night was
was it the
pretty
hallway?
bad. Yeah.
when we came in last night, it was not too bad. But I'm talking like at the tournament desk here.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. I think they know how to roll their weed a little better.
They have to.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon.
Yeah, nothing's worse than being stuck at a tournament desk and somebody comes up just reeking of weed. Well, just got to connect the dots here and not get in trouble. I'd shoot this 4 and then
I would almost
with the
shoot this.
tension
I would have.
not that
Yeah,
hard. Yeah,
I would have
see,
almost
I wanted
shot
to
the
shoot that 3 next.
into the 4, but yeah, she's got this 1, but this is tough to play position off of.
Yeah, just thin it and come over to the.
She just wanted to hit that.
There you
4
go.
ball.
There you go.
There she goes. That was a nice
And then
shot.
on this one here, I would pretty much just hit that cue ball dead center. Go over to the side rail and back out a little bit.
Doesn't have to do anything fancy. She just needs to
just
make sure
focus on making the ball.
Just make the ball, and you're going to have shape.
Oh, up on the little table in the corner. Oh, lean it,
Oh.
baby. Oh, she tried.
Bad
She tried
news
to
is
lean
it
it
didn't
in there.
go. The good news is
It stayed in the hole.
you blocked the hole. Well, Chris, I'll let you know that every day down here has been like 78 to 82. It's pretty nice.
So I like here just bumping that into the 3 and making the 3, leaving that cue ball down there. Give your opponent the break. Now, if it's me, I'm just going to bank it for the win.
You would bank this?
Yeah.
I think I'd roll the 12 into the 3 and leave the bank shut,
Yeah, I never get. Oh, I never get to play
Ouch.
anybody that can't bank. So
Bob says shut up. Yeah, I haven't really told Julia how nice the weather is here, because
I'll Facebook her.
yeah, she's headed to the coast today.
Brett says he feels real bad that it was 84 degrees yesterday. Sun's shining.
If it makes you feel any better, though, we're stuck inside. I only know that because I stand outside and get some secondhand smoke on a break. Oh, it's green and pretty here. We're not in West Texas. Okay, so trying to remember who was shooting what there.
The white shirt one.
Yeah,
That helps you.
That was hot shots. I was just making sure. I was like, okay. We'll switch over to table 2.
That's a cool color of hair.
And more than one of the girls on that team has that color hair.
Have you seen the ones where they do like that color, but then they got like blonde under it? And it kind
Yeah,
of bleeds, and it's like 4 or 5 different
I
colors.
actually,
It's pretty cool.
like that. Yeah, I had a gal. She had long hair about like that. She was our waitress, and it was dark haired. You could see it was light underneath. And I said, "It looks really cool." She goes, "Well, check this out." And she flops her hair over to the other side. And it was blonde with black underneath. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, that's awesome."
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the little redhead here with the really long hair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes almost halfway down. Oh, probably a foot from her ankles.
Yeah, it's below her knees.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well,
yesterday it
I can't
tripped me
imagine
out, but
brushing that hair every day.
Oh my God, my arm would fall off. Yesterday she was playing a match and she had leaned, got down on a shot, and from the tournament desk, something just looked weird because the way her hair flowed down her back, over her butt, and then around her leg, it looked like she had like a snake or something, And I was like, Bonnie, what the? And she's like, oh, that's her hair. And I'm like, holy. From the angle we were sitting at, it was just really creepy looking until she stood back up, and I go, oh yeah, I remember her. She's got really long hair.
Well, she's cleared out some of the congestion, but we're still pretty congested.
She's shooting a solid. I wouldn't even try to make this. I would just
two-rail
it, try to put the cue ball where it's at, and maybe back up just against the 2, and then try to block the, what is that, the 9 ball?
I was going to say,
and then you got everything blocked.
I would just bump it in front of that hole, make sure I block the 9 from being able to come down.
I think they went to get a ref.
A ref on this show? Yeah, I guess.
Oh, go to the sky cam. Can't see nothing there.
Yeah, you can't see anything on that either, I don't think.
Yeah, we're getting a great view from the chopper cam of both tables and the team. Brett's going to go back to the camera before the helicopter runs out of fuel.
Our eye in the sky.
Yep, Skip Wilson up there flying around today to give you those perfect views from the sky.
I have to say, our referee Bill there is becoming more experienced in refereeing at the TV table.
Yeah.
You stand in the way so we can't critique it.
Exactly, that's a smart move. Don't care where the shot is, just stand in front of the camera so nobody can go back for the replay.
Johnny and Billy would go up to take a ball off the magic rack, and they'd stand off to the side, and we could see that,
Oh, yeah, no, you got to block that, man.
Steve Tobias goes up there, and he stands with his back to the camera. He could have moved 6 balls, and nobody would have known, I said,
You got
So
to
I made the
block
comment. I
view.
said, now there's an experienced referee.
That's
right there."
right. There's a smart guy right there. No instant replay. Nobody can tear it apart on Facebook. You damn skippy.
Know where that camera is and stand in
At
front of
all times. You got to know.
it. Well, she's kind of lucky that cue ball didn't go in the side. It's actually the same cloth and the same color. It's the camera and the lighting that's I think it's a setting on our camera, but we're not sure how to. Iaz was wondering if it was a different cloth or just a different color.
No, I think if we just unplug the camera and plug it back in, it'll fix it for a while.
Maybe between matches we can try that.
Yeah.
So table 2 here, we've got Michelle. She's got the bridge out. She's kicking at the 2, but she's going to come up way short if she's the way she's aiming. Don't hit the 15. She might be able to hit the 4 at this angle. Oh, she went right between them. Yeah.
Compromise.
She couldn't decide which one she wanted to hit, I guess. So that's going to give Erica ball in hand with these stripes. Over on table 1 up in the corner there, we have Renee. And she's at the table playing against Teresa.
Oh, I think she just missed that 11 ball.
It looked like she did.
Or 13 ball.
She gave the old leg kick. Oh, well, what's happened here?
Well,
Why is she shooting?
She's shooting the wrong
Oh.
balls.
Oh, okay. I guess, no, I was mistaken.
Okay, then the other girl was
Michelle
trying to hit the
was
15.
trying to hit the 15. For some reason, I was thinking she was solids. I got confused. Not the first or the last time that'll happen.
Oh. Swing and a miss. Sound effects would
Okay,
be so great for that.
Now Michelle will come to the table with much better position on these stripes.
I'd like to welcome everybody to Bad Boys TV. We're coming to you live from Temple, Texas at the Mayborn Center. This is the 2017 BCAPL Texas State Championships. I'm Rick Jones, and I'm in the booth here with Brett Baker.
I was just waiting for you to go into your, this is a non-smoking, no blue chalk only, no flash photography.
I got to be careful, man. I'll start looping.
I'm like, he's just kind of doing this in his sleep. He might just go right into the.
Yeah. I get on the microphone this morning, and several people had come up earlier, so I had to do the whole. This is, I'm like, how do I segue into this? So I'm like, this is a blue chalk only event. Please no flash photography. Any unattended children will be given a Red Bull and a can of rattle can spray paint sent to the parking lot. And remember, deodorant is our friend.
There you go.
And the whole room cheers, but yeah. It's a
About-
little hot out there,
Hey, about this time of the week, you have to make that. Uh-oh. She overcut that 15. Has left the 4 for.
I always think at nationals, it's like, we should write a rule that you must have 2 matching shirts for your team.
Well, I get a little worried when in
or
singles.
2 different matching
You see,
shirts for your
in
team.
singles, these guys are wearing their team shirt. And
Right,
I'm like,
right.
I hope that was last year's team shirt.
Yeah. Hope we see you in a different team shirt.
But the same bar is sponsoring me in singles and teams.
Yeah. Yeah. And he only gave me one shirt.
Oh,
And you know in Vegas, they're not doing laundry every night.
well, the one gal did.
Oh, not. Oh,
Julie
oh.
had a gal last
There you
year.
go.
Her team shirt, something happened. She washed it, but it didn't get dried before, and so she was standing over with her team, but she didn't have her shirt on. And she goes, "Well, I have it here, but it's wet."
Right.
And they were wondering, could she trade it with some? So, oh, they're gonna call a referee.
Yeah.
Let's move over to table one.
Yeah. Just be patient with the color on table one, folks. We'll get the camera adjusted hopefully on the next one. We need to zoom on both back in between matches anyway. Get a little bit bigger view of what's around us.
Well, if she was going for the 3, it was a good hit. Oh, let's see. Who was shooting stripes in that last game?
The girl in the white shirt
yeah,
one, I thought.
that's right. It was Teresa.
Yeah. Oh, she can't come through that door. She can't go around. She go out that door. Yeah, just
She
goes
came
that
back
door.
through. Yeah, she came back through here earlier. Let's see. This is Tamara breaking the balls, and she's going to be playing against Alma.
Nothing on the break. Yeah, the Fargo rate of these women, I don't have it sitting right in front of me, but this is all league players. I would say they are between 350 and 450 on these two teams. So there might be one or two that are a little higher.
Doesn't look like their combined Fargo rates are on the score sheet.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Oh, Kenny ate the poison.
Ate the poison.
That boy's got to quit eating the chili.
Well, Rick has escaped from the booth to go take care of something up on the tournament desk. Occasionally we have to do that. All right, Ian, thanks for joining us. Don't work too hard. Tell them you need another monitor so you can keep up with us at work. Like Chris. No. Tamara just rattled that 2-ball. We'll bring Alma to the table. Her team leading 4-2. Oh, she made a good hit. That's about it. Tamara's going to have to do something with her 7-ball. It doesn't have a pocket right now, but she's looking at the 4 to get started here. I don't know if she can draw off that 4 under the 7 and play it up. Doesn't look like she's thinking that way. Looks like she's queuing with high. She bumped the 6. She might just want to bank that 7 right now. She doesn't have any. She's going to try to cut this 6-ball up in the upper right corner. We've got team action for you today, tomorrow, and finishing up on Sunday. Then we've got about 3 or 4 days where we load all these tables up. A couple of days of downtime. We head up to Oklahoma to do the Black Gold tournament. And we just found out yesterday we will not be able to stream that like we thought we would. The casino just does not have the internet capabilities. We're looking at the possibility of maybe being able to record some matches that we could put up on our YouTube channel afterwards. But we'll have to see what we can do. Boy, that ball just didn't want to go for her. Meanwhile, up in the corner on table 1, looks like Renee is shooting the stripes, and she's got the 14 down. Hey, here comes Kenny.
Oh.
Kenny Jones is in the booth.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling real chipper today.
You know what I'm going to do?
Our whole crew is feeling real chipper today.
I'm going to lay back. I'm going to take a little nap because I got a few hours of sleep I need to catch up on.
We'll try. Yeah, a few.
Oh, she's stretching out a long way. She does not look stable.
That didn't sound very good.
Well, no.
That girl does not look stable.
I didn't say it like that. You could see how she was stroking, though. She was a little wobbly. You could tell she wasn't comfortable reaching quite that far. And somebody's chalker is sitting on the table over here. I bet she's going to get up and get that in a minute.
You going to go up there and snatch it?
Nope. I got plenty of those sitting around.
Yeah.
Several years of pool tournaments, and you.
Well, I'm guessing that chalker probably belongs to Tamara because Elma just pulled hers out of her pocket.
Chat doing anything interesting over there?
We've got Chris Robbins in the chat room.
Yeah.
We had Ian Sharp in there, but he has to go back to work.
Yeah, well,
Some of our Oregon friends.
And anyone from the other side of the world?
Ed Slade. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's a different world.
Oh, Washington is not from the other side
that's
of the world.
That's a different world. Different world.
That's a different country up there.
Well, I think she's going to shoot this here ball. And she did shoot that ball.
That is the nicest touch that she has shown. She's kind of got in trouble when she shoots too hard, but she showed a nice touch there.
Is she wearing 2 watches? Or is that okay?
I
It's a bracelet and a watch.
It's
There we go. Now she knows she got a chocolate.
she's got bracelets all over.
It
I'm
looked
not
like,
even sure if one of those is a watch. Could
I
be.
think one of those looks like a watch to me. Could be bracelets. I don't know.
If you happen to see when she walks by, her other hand is got plenty of.
Jewelry.
Yeah, I guess it does look like she has a watch on her.
Yeah, she does have a bunch of stuff. I always feel like when I'm shooting pool, if I got something on my wrist, it messes me up.
Oh, no, see,
She's banking to the side. I think she might not be able to get by that. Whoa.
Oh, not sure what happened there. That's gonna be a foul.
Yeah. She might have been like stroking and then thinking about it and then kind of dropped her arm and just kind of rolled the tip up the ball.
Yeah, I think that might have been what happened.
Yeah. Okay, so which color is which team? Because that's as much as I'm going to be able to
Okay,
remember.
in the white shirts is Hot Shots.
Hot Shots? Okay.
And in the black shirts is, of course, we'll have another.
Yeah, I'm going to just call them, of course.
Of course. Well, and on the back of their shirt it says Booze Hounds.
Well, it's a good thing that I've had my coffee, because this morning if I had seen that, I'd have been really confused. Ooh, right on top of it? That sucks.
Boy, they are cranking
Oh,
up
I'd
the
call a
music.
referee for that. Yeah,
I
she's
think
gonna.
I think they're going to.
Honestly, you can shoot away from this and still make it.
She didn't look like she was shooting away from it, though.
No, I'm just saying you can. Like she could totally shoot away from it and still make it.
Okay, there's usually a referee sitting right next.
Yeah, no, he's over on the left side of the tournament desk. He's been running ragged. He goes left, right, left, right, left, right.
Well, that's good. They're getting a little action.
Yeah, well, it's Bill. He's the oldest one here. All the young guys are on the other side of the room. Just
Let's see,
moseying.
who do we have?
That's Bill. I can tell by the hands.
Oh, yep, okay. She's come all the way down. Still has the 5.
I feel like the sound in my left ear is not right. Like it's muted on one side.
In your left ear.
Yeah, or I'm going deaf.
That's most likely.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm blind already. Oh, yeah. There's this plug. Yep, something's going on with this plug right here. I can hear it changing. Say something.
Hello, Kenny.
Yeah, it's a little better, but yeah, something's up with that plug.
Well, gotta keep an eye on table 1 up in the corner because Teresa has just got herself to the 8 ball, but I don't think she got shape on it. Unfortunately.
You might be able to cut that down in the bottom left corner. I'm not sure.
Yep, she didn't want to do that, and don't go in.
No.
Okay. Make her make 2 shots. Although with ball in hand.
All right, 5 ball all the way up.
Having trouble pulling the trigger on this one.
Yeah. Well, ideally, I'd want to hold it for the 7, but I think she's running into that 14, and you end up on the wrong side and holding it, you might screw yourself on that 3.
All right, and of course I'll have another. Stops the bleeding. They had a 2-0 lead and lost 4 in a row, but they've come back to make it 4-3.
Oh, she's playing on the side. Oh. just barely caught the point. It almost caught the point and still went.
That was kind of a free shot because the 14 is
It's a little
pretty
buried.
boxed in there.
Yeah. See, look in the back. Yeah, see, it catches the point on the delay, and it still is going the right way and just doesn't quite drop in.
So this brings Alma to the table. See what she's going to do with this 14. Well, she got it out of there. And she's left. That's a pretty good leave.
Yeah.
I think she may have got enough of that 8 ball to make this 5. Well, no, I think the 5 still goes. Coming up on table 1, up in the corner racking is Casey, and she will be playing Erica. As soon as this game is over, we'll switch over there. I'll catch the score up on both.
I feel like Brett must have got more sleep last night than I did, because you're tracking the scores way better than I was.
Yeah, you turned in a little before I did, but I was still out when you left. I never heard you get up this morning.
Yeah, no, normally you kind of like roll over and like grunt and then go back to sleep. You don't normally act like I'm
Oh, she was able to get the 5, but couldn't keep it from scratching.
But yeah, normally you like roll over and or something. So I know that I disturbed your sleep a little bit. This morning, you just snored all the way through my getting
Yes.
ready. Didn't even flinch.
And I'm only getting about 5 hours a night because that bed is so hard. My hip just kills me.
Which reminds me, I want to put that thing on my knee when I get a chance.
Well, Alma looks like she's going to try to shoot this 14 past the 3. I guess it goes.
Yeah, it must be bigger space than I think. I don't know why I don't just go up the other way.
I would, yeah.
Because then you just roll up a little.
She's also setting it out there to where, look, she's going to have to stretch a little bit here. I would move that back just about a foot. But
it's like she's playing a little scared and wants to go.
Okay.
Just in case I miss, I block it, right?
hey, could have.
That's probably
She,
exactly what
she's
that
made
thought
some really
process
nice
was.
shots, and then she's had some that just left a scratch in our head. But she's got a really nice chance here. Put her team up 5-3. If she can just pocket this 8 ball. Nice touch.
There it is.
She did it.
All right.
So we'll move over to table number 1.
See, the color's off
And
again.
I will catch the score up here.
I don't know what's causing that. Well,
I think we've determined it's a setting on the camera. But we're going to wait between matches to...
well, yeah, because it was fine earlier. Like, I don't know. So I'm not sure what she's shooting at here, if she's got high ball or low ball. Looks like I'm trying to think she's kicking at it. Yeah. So she's low ball, so our incoming player, who is...
Let's see, we're on table 1. Our incoming player is, I believe, Erica.
All right, so Erica.
4,
shooting high
of course,
ball.
I'll have another. Yep, this is Erica.
You memorized their hands already?
No, I was looking to see what color shirt she had on.
I thought they were all wearing the same color.
All of them on her team.
Well, yeah.
Of course, I'll have another. I knew who was on that table. I just needed to make sure
Oh, you didn't know which team was
which
shooting?
team was coming up.
I got you. See, you got your act
See,
together
I
so much better than
well,
me.
see, I'm putting, I'm keeping track of who's on what table.
Oh,
here,
yeah,
so-
that didn't work out for me this morning. I tried that.
Not my first rodeo here.
That speaker thing.
This is easy compared to what we had to do in Tucson. We only had one camera, so we had to try to like
Yeah, I vaguely
keep
remember
people
that.
up on what was going on the other table, and if it went to Hill to make sure they played on the table with the camera.
Well, that 9 ball. I'm not sure what you want to do with that. I guess, well, you know what? Make that 9 right now. Do it. 9 on the
This
side.
table we're looking at here is right next to the curtains, and they kind of are a reddish brown, and it seems to be the light and the curtains seem to cast a bit of a I assure you, if you're here and you're playing on the table, they look just the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
This is not what the players are seeing, yes.
Well, it's funny because the match before that I was commentating on, it looked just fine, and then it got redder and redder like that.
Here
and
is
then
kind
it came
of
back.
this is what the players see. These tables are both the same, and you can see the curtains over there. That white just goes up a little ways, and then it turns into like a reddish brown.
The lady at the concessions.
What was that?
Was it the lady at concessions? Was it short hair or curly hair?
Short white hair.
Huh?
Short white hair. Why? Talk to me, Brett.
Oh, Kenny.
Okay. So,
Figure as long as I'm going to talk to you, I might as well make you uncomfortable. Well, she's left herself kind of funny on this 9 ball.
okay, I officially don't like this headset. The fact that the left ear is friggin' muted for some reason is gonna drive me nuts.
That must be the ear your dad is deaf in because he hasn't noticed it.
Oh, nope, now it's bad. It's that plug. The
No.
plug's gotten loose. We're gonna have to switch that jack. Oh, nice try.
Boy, I didn't think she had a chance.
Oops.
Oh.
I'm just gonna keep bumping the mic and
So this brings
driving anyone with headphones
Casey
crazy.
up to the table.
Casey.
She rolls that 3 in nicely. She's on the 7. Trying to help Hot Shots extend their lead. Oh, she overcut the 7.
She left
And
really
yeah,
good shape for her opponent.
she's left Erica really nice where she just roll this 9 in, come below the side pocket with a cue ball, and she'll have the 8 ball on the opposite. Nicely done.
Well, while I was out front, I was asking if any of the local players.
She was leaning.
Yeah.
She was leaning.
If any of the local players wanted to come back and do some commentary, and didn't get a whole lot of bites. I think a few people are afraid to be on here, but
Most
one guy,
people are.
yeah, one guy came up and said, "Hey, if my women's team loses, then I come back and commentate because their next match will be on the TV table." And I'm thinking, I can't tell if he's rooting for that so he can come back here and hang out, or I'm pretty sure his woman might not appreciate that. It was pretty funny.
Well, I talked to one guy last night, and he says, well, this is our first time playing on teams. He goes, we just come up and root on our women's team, and we figured, well, what the heck, we might as well play.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's about 4 Mike Rodriguez's from
Oh,
San
don't even get me
Antonio.
started on that.
Well, after you left last night, these two guys, and one of them was on one guy's team, and he was supposed to be on the other guy's team, and then the one that was on his team isn't even here, and so Jeremy had to.
Yeah, no, that was a thing.
Oh my goodness!
I was dealing with that for like an hour before I went, okay, you know what? You both have a Mike Rodriguez. I'm not even going to bother putting him on the piece of paper. We'll just make a mental note because I don't even know.
Oh, they caught it and they came up and the guy says, "Well, the Mike Rodriguez that's on their team is supposed to be on my team." He goes, "He's not even really that good. I don't know why everybody would want him." And I was like, "Oh, that poor guy."
So is our Mike Rodriguez on the other team now?
There's one on both teams. It was just we had one on the wrong team, and then we had one that's not even here on another team or something. So,
I guess.
but Jeremy got them all squared away. They got the right ones on the right teams.
Well, 'cause the
What
only,
are the chances of 4 of them living in San Antonio?
I don't even know.
But it was.
Well, and I think 2 of them live on the same road.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Because that's what, yeah, because I was.
Because I was making a joke. I said, yeah, and I can just imagine they were probably all 4 in the same class in school, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to lose my mind.
I
here.
mean, a guy was on the phone with one of them, and it was almost like who's on first, you know?
Yeah.
It was Abbott and Costello like here.
Oh, that's going to drive me insane.
It's a short trip.
Well, it's bad enough. I got this thing going on with my eye that, like, it's like I'm looking from underwater all the time. So that's fun. And now the same side, I can't hear half of what anyone's saying. Cause do you hear that when I move this? How it cuts out?
No,
Yours isn't cutting out at all.
no. I'm just sitting here commentating this match.
You're probably deaf in one ear.
Wondering. Oh, well, I am kind of in my right ear though.
Oh yeah.
I'm just wondering where this Booze Hound sports bar is. It sounds like my kind of place.
Well, you could probably read it on the back of that shirt. Darts pool, something road. I couldn't read
But
it.
I don't think it has the city. It's
Yeah.
amazing how many people they'll put their address, but they don't put the city because all their
Right.
patrons know.
Yeah, they know what city they're in.
I know their team captain is from Converse, Texas.
It's like the person comes up to you. Do you know what my name is? Or no, I can't even remember.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, I don't know my name. Well, then you're beyond my help.
Many pool players go to the bracket to set out to find themselves.
It's a true story. A lot of them can't spell their own name.
Much like the hippies used to do in the 60s. They took off to find themselves.
That's the thing. That gets me a lot too, because someone will be like, I can't find
Chris
myself on my
can't
bracket.
watch anymore. Got to go play. Tell Dave to put it on down at the pool hall.
But people will be looking for themselves on their bracket. And they're like, I typed in my name.
Play well.
I can't find myself. I'm like, okay, well, what's your name? Well, it's Mike. I'm like, okay, I type it in. It doesn't show up. Try 4 different ways. Turns out, well, your name's actually Michael. You could have told me that you weren't a. And sometimes it's a lot weirder names than that. That one's normally pretty obvious. It's like if it doesn't come up under Mike, okay. But there's some weird ones that you're like, really? You gotta give me a little more info
I
than
think
that.
there was one of those last night with the Mike Rodriguez's. One of them actually goes by Miguel, his actual
Yeah,
name.
go figure.
But
That's probably.
it's Miguel, but he goes by Mike or something like
Yep.
that. I don't know.
I would not doubt it.
It was pretty. Even with Jeremy having one of them standing in front of him, one of them on a phone, he was still.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I messed with it for like at least an hour before I said, okay, we're not even going to worry about it. Just go play pool. Because, I couldn't figure it out. Be even worse if they were twins, or better yet, if they weren't twins but looked exactly like each other.
I'm thinking cousins.
Yeah, distant cousins. Yeah.
Parents aren't going to name twins the same thing, but God, I hope
Well,
that might not even be legal.
people do some weird things.
Mike and Michael.
Yep. Combo.
Alrighty, we got. Of course, I'll have another playing a combination here.
Got two balls going right in there, pretty easy.
Left herself nice for that 5. Now she'll just want to come up to the left side of that 8 ball.
Actually, she's
Put
fairly straight, and I think going towards the bottom rail a little bit with natural English. So just pull it back and play it in the corner is an option too.
Yeah, I would just follow forward.
I think she's straighter than you might think.
Oh, she's cutting that a little bit.
Okay. Whatever.
We'll see. Well, she's getting the bridge, so I really wouldn't want to draw it if I'm getting the bridge out.
No, not a big fan of that.
That's right, hot shots leading this match.
Keep going.
That was
keep
perfect.
Going.
Oh,
A little
well,
bit more would have been
another
nice.
4 or 5 inches would have been perfect, but I think she can handle this.
I'm actually kind of amazed she needed the bridge for that. Is she left-handed?
Yes.
Okay, because
I believe she was.
I will take a look real quick because I was thinking that shouldn't
I'm
be.
like, yeah, she is left-handed,
Yep,
or at least she's shooting left-handed.
Yeah. I was gonna say because that didn't look like she would need to stretch that much, and
She
then
knocks it right in there to tie this match.
5-5. Someone back here's making some noise over there.
It's the guys at the bar.
It startled me a bit.
We're in a surface hallway, but we have our own bar back here.
He gave me a startle.
So we will, while they're racking the balls here, we'll switch over to table number 1. And I will update the score.
Looks like you've got delicious more coffee over there. Mama. And we are playing in the late evening now, and sunset in the room. Quite beautiful, really.
Well, she's got a tough shot here on this 8 ball.
Banking it. Kind of worried what that cue ball is going to
I believe
run
this
into.
is Erica.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, something getting back in the way. That's tough. And you don't really have any other option. I think she might have banked it too tight when I look at the delay on the other one.
This is going to bring
anyways.
Casey to the table with a lot of solids.
But nothing's particularly bad.
Nah, she'll have to make that 3, so she'll have a pocket there for the 2. So I'd probably want to go shoot this 4 and then get down for the 3.
I was thinking the 2 on the side looked nice to me if you get the 5 out of the way first. And I don't think it's actually in the way. I just don't like where it looks like it might catch an edge going by.
She could shoot this 1. I was just about to comment, the nice thing about shooting those balls up at the other end there is if you miss, that 8 ball is covered by the 2.
Well, and even if you kick into
But
it,
I didn't want to
far.
jinx her.
Yeah, and Brett is the notorious. That might have to be a new nickname for you. The
Hey,
Jinxer.
I can't help that some people miss easy shots.
Don't let him fool you. I watch him miss those all the time.
And the player that I jinxed in Arizona admitted that He thinks that might be the first time in his life he missed that shot.
I'm just saying. Mr. Baker, the Jinxinator. Oh, that might stick. I like that. Mr. Baker, the Jinxinator.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to stick.
Why not?
Just
Oh,
doesn't have a good ring to it.
It sounds good to me. I'm going to call some people. Okay. Well, made that 5 a problem, so that's good for her.
Yeah, these balls were pretty well spread here a little bit ago, and they're starting to like each other. They're huddling up.
They're herding up like the referees do. Oh.
Uh-oh. Followed it right in. Now, does she have room to shoot this 8 down in the corner?
I think so.
Guess we'll know here in just a minute.
I'm betting, though, the referee is going to get called for this, unless there's a lot more space than I'm seeing.
Actually, it's going to be, you don't really need a referee here. It's going to be pretty obvious. If the 5 moves, it was a foul.
Probably, but I bet you a referee gets called anyways, just to cover their bases.
Well, now, okay, if she's going to set the cue ball out there, yes, now I would get a referee. I thought she would set it more towards the rail. Now I would be calling a referee. Because she is going to go into the 5.
Oh, I think she was going into it no matter
I
what.
thought she would put the cue ball more in this area.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough of it there.
And then you could just shoot that.
I think the 5 blocks that option.
Bill, where are you?
Yeah, he's probably the one coming. I don't know.
Oh, here he comes.
Yep, that's him. There he is.
Well, she made sure it was a good hit, but by doing that, she missed it. So that brings Casey back to the table on borrowed time because I think she probably thought there was not much chance of getting back to the table.
You can't back up, can you?
Not at the moment.
Did you guys see the 5-8 shot just then? He hit the 5 first?
Didn't look like it to me.
It did to me because the 5 went forward.
She's running into it anyways.
Really? Okay.
In fact, she missed the 8.
Well, I know she missed the 8, but I mean, the 5 looked like the 5 went forward instead of going backwards. It looked like he hit the 5.
All right, well, she's got another swing at that 8 ball down there. It's got a bit of ocean in between here and there. Just tap it on in.
Yeah, I seen she missed the 8. But I thought she missed the 8 because the fact she hit the 5 first. It bounced out, hit the 8, and run it to the rail.
There you go. All right. Mr. Baker, the Jinxinator, is going to add that score in. Jump us on over to that other table, too.
So let's see, that was... All right, keep me straight. Let's see, that was that was Hot Shots, right? That won that in the white shirt, right?
I don't remember, dude. I haven't slept more than like 3 hours a night for the last week. I thought it was a black shirt, but I could
Like-
be wrong.
I got like 6 people in here talking to me. Let's see, switch over to the other table. We'll update the score. If any of you in the chat room noticed that we got the score wrong, why just let us know.
I couldn't tell if it was a black shirt or a white shirt. The other table was in the way. All I could see was a long arm.
It was the gal in the white. It was the gal in the white shirt that they called the referee for. So
Yeah, so
She
yeah, that's
made
Hot
that, so-
Shots that got that. Or yeah, I think you're right. I think so. I don't know. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
Why would you want to?
This looks all
Their
right.
feet hurt. They were new. That's what she said.
We take a little break. Maybe some to eat. Starving.
Well, if all the referees are back here, who's out there?
Bill.
Yeah, Bill and Johnny.
Just Bill and Johnny,
Out there.
all by themselves. She's thinking about it again, making sure she knows where she wants to go. Well, that's not terrible. Well, blocked the pocket though. 3 balls not going there.
Yeah, I don't know what you. Oh.
Oh, that's the
Didn't wanna
second
do
time
that.
someone's done that.
I
It
think
was
it might be the second time she's done.
no, it
It
was
wasn't
a
her.
lady in a white shirt on the other team. Did it the first
Hey,
time.
Forrest. Welcome back. We've got teams going, so to bring you all the action.
Oh, never mind. I'm scooting the chair up so the beer guy can go by
It's actually only one match, but they're playing on 2 tables.
I shouldn't
Well,
have moved out of the way of the beer guy. I should have blocked him in.
Yeah, that's right. Should have made him put that keg right here. That would make our commentary much, much better.
Probably. Well, my preference is rum or tequila. I'm not much of a beer guy.
There's some bottles of rum there.
Well, I got to catch him when he goes by me with one of those.
Well, Alma probably wishes that she had come up a little higher on this 8-ball, but she made a really nice 8-ball shot the last time she was up.
Well,
Well, she missed that
leave
one.
it long, though.
This is a race to 11. The women's open teams. Men's are racing to 13. The women's have 4-person teams, and the men have 5-person teams.
Well, of course, is up on both tables, so if they close out both these games, they'll take the lead.
Well, this one is towards the end. The other one, they've got a ways to go yet.
Right. I'm just saying words so that I'm
Just
saying words.
Now here, I would go rail first, I think, here.
Yes, absolutely.
Just pocket speed. She's not going to go rail first, but she's okay.
Yeah, she'll be all right, but yeah.
It's a little tougher cut than...
Yeah, rail first would have brought you up basically another half a diamond to a diamond.
Yeah.
Which would have made this perfectly straight. Oh.
Oh, ouch. That's the one she didn't want to go in.
So this is hot shots. You can probably
So
go migrate to the other camera.
Hot Shots is going to put that game away. I will update the score first here before I. And we'll head over to table number 1 while they rack the balls.
You make me laugh, Rick. You're so funny. You're so. Oh, what do we got? That was a tricky shot. Obviously, that was probably not the intention, but that looked cool.
All right, so we got the score all updated.
I'm going to save that particular shot that I just saw from our repertoire.
I missed it as I was updating scores.
She shot down. The ball was right on the middle diamond and right up against the rail, maybe a couple millimeters. Shot down on a double kiss and sent the cue ball and knocked the 7 in the corner.
Nice.
It was very pretty. Pretty confident that was not the intention, but looked nice.
Hey, Jordan's got it down. Could be a tournament director.
Yeah. Yep.
We had 29 women in this event and 96 men as teams. Is that right?
Yeah, 96 men,
29 women's teams and 96 men's teams.
We must have added a team that wasn't on the bracket then when I did it earlier. Because it was 4 TBAs, made it a 32 bracket. I don't know. Yeah, Jordan, we're not tournament directors. We are adult playground supervisors. That's what we are.
No, I said that.
Yeah, no,
he could be one because.
Yeah, he's got it right.
Explaining that. Yeah, he knew what was going on.
Well, followed it in. But yeah, that's the other half. Knowing what's going on, that's not all you need. You gotta supervise. I love telling people that. It pretty much is the adult playground.
Well, I always, when I'm home, I'm a substitute school teacher, and doing a players meeting is a lot like giving directions in a math class in a junior high school because you go through and you go, okay, yes, there's no 3 foul and 8 ball. We're racing to 11 and then
hold on. I know what the first question is. What are we playing?
Yeah.
Is there a 3 foul rule?
Does the 8 ball? Yeah. Is there a 3 foul rule? Does the 8 ball count on the break?
So, see, that's why when I do player meetings
and I just
now,
want to look at them and go, did you play league?
If I do player meetings now, I go, do you know the rules?
Yeah.
Yes, no? Okay, if you don't know the rules, come talk to me. If you do, go play.
That's
because, there's no point wasting your breath telling them all the rules and then doing it again.
You start going through, and that's when you get the questions. Just like in a math class, you say, show your work. First thing, kid asks, do we have to show our work, or can we just write the answers?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, I heard Rick out there 3 times he told the women, you're racing to 11.
Oh.
Some girl comes up to the tournament and says, we racing to 9 or 11?
It doesn't. There's always one person who didn't hear what you said. Always.
Oh, yeah.
You made them all raise their hand.
Good.
Confirmed
Good
that you
on
all
you.
have heard what I
said.
said.
I made them all raise their hand.
The one that didn't raise their hand, just turn around and smack you too.
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Now look around. If one of your teammates is not raising their hand, smack her.
Make sure they're paying attention.
Tell her to pay attention to the tournament director.
That's actually, I like that one. That's good.
I think we're on to something there.
I have now added a new procedure to my player meeting. Oh, he's mixing drinks over there.
Yes, he is.
Come on down. Oh, what's her plan here? Just to
The bar
kinda
here
hide?
in the
Yeah.
tournament room is a roll-up door that so they got the bar sitting in the door, and the taps and the table Everything where they're mixing the drinks is back here in the service hallway.
It's actually really convenient.
Yeah, we're only about 40 feet away from a lot of alcohol.
Sadly, I don't drink while I'm working. I always want to. Don't me. I make sure I'm 100% sober just in case something gets sideways. You can't say, "Oh, he was drunk. He doesn't know what he's doing." No. Of course, as tired as I am sometimes, I might as well have been drunk.
Yeah, I was going to say. Might actually wake you up.
I don't know. If I have a drink at the end of the night and I'm tired, normally I'm gone. I'm out.
We're going to switch back over to table 2.
Yeah, the brackets do show race to 9 on what it says on the top of it.
It's going to show that for the first round because there's no way we could get that to change. But then after this, it should show race to 11.
Yeah, you can blame me. I probably wasn't thinking. Most events we do, the women go to 9. Or the last event we did, the women team goes to 9 at least. And so I probably wasn't thinking when I plugged in the number to tell what to set them to. So you can blame me. That'd be Ken Jones. Send your hate mail to me. I'll promptly delete it. I only want positive vibes right now. Only send me positive
If you like
stuff.
what you're watching and hearing, let us know. If you don't like it, please write in detail what you didn't like on a piece of master chalk and send it to us. Make sure it's in detail, though.
I don't believe she caught a rail after
She
that.
did not catch a rail. Let's see if her opponent caught that. Many times the opponent doesn't.
She's
And I
walking
don't.
around, and I don't think she did because she didn't walk over and pick up the key. Normally, players will pick up that cue ball right away and then pin it against the rail while they walk around or hold it. I'm thinking she might not have noticed.
Here's the age-old question people like to argue about. Should she have told her opponent that she didn't hit a rail? Should you call a foul on yourself?
Yeah, I mean, my instinct is I would probably let my opponent know.
It all depends. In league, I would tell him every time.
Yeah, but it is the other
But
player's
at a
responsibility to be
state or
paying
national
attention.
tournament, I'm not so sure.
I probably would. I am notoriously honest about things like that.
Well, and I've noticed, like, since I've been a referee, I tend to feel it's my responsibility to tell them.
It's like found, I think it was like $400 in an ATM at a pool tournament, just sitting in the ATM thing, and I made someone stay, or well, I stayed there and made sure no one touched it. But I went and got security and figured out whose it was, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
99% of people probably would have just went ahead and snatched it and went, well, we'll never find out who it belongs to.
We were in Lincoln City this last time. A lady found it was a cash out ticket at the casino.
Yep.
And she never did say how much it was, but she said it was a considerable amount of money. And they found the person,
When the cameras found out who it belonged to.
they found, yeah, she kind of knew who was in that area and stuff. And I don't know, we found the person and they were able to say, yeah, it was this amount of money. I want to say it was like $800 or $900.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. I mean, I don't know. I like to think for the most part people are do the right thing. So sometimes they surprise you. They do fantastic things.
Well, and
they
sometimes
don't.
there's just no way to know.
Right. Well, and sometimes, like that shot, she might not even realize that she didn't get a rail when she made
My
that shot.
sister and brother-in-law were crossing the street in Vegas down on Fremont Street right in front of the plaza.
Yeah.
And there's traffic going by. And my brother-in-law has this habit of picking up bags and envelopes and stuff that are laying on the ground and looking at them. He says it's just one of these compulsions that he has. And so there's this bank, paper envelope that you get when you make a withdrawal at the
Nice
bank.
shot.
And it's laying in the crosswalk. And they're walking by, and he says it's been run over 100 times.
It
It's
looks
just
like it's
looks like
just-
it's maybe been there for a day or two.
Yeah.
And he bends down, and my sister goes, "Oh, for crying out loud, would you just stop?" And he picks up, he looks in it, and there was $2,000 in this envelope. Well, there's no way you're gonna know, you know. So that was a good trip to Vegas.
Well, feel like look at when she's queuing up how their cue's kind of coming up and down in the back a little bit.
Wayne says, "Nope, the player should be aware of what's going on the table.
Yeah,
It is their responsibility."
I am 50-50 on that one. It's because me personally, I would tell someone if I fouled, I would go, yeah, I fouled. I do, yeah. It should be, you know, you need to be paying attention to your match, right? It's your job, but that one I can definitely see that argument both ways.
Now I will, if they ask,
Oh,
then you
yeah,
have to tell them to be
absolutely. Yeah, if you
truthful,
don't
yes.
tell them, or you say, well, if you didn't see it, you don't know. Yeah, no,
That's
that's not acceptable.
I've actually heard people say, "Well, if you have to ask, then yeah, it was good."
Yeah, that's nice
Now
shot. Look at that, right
wow.
down the middle of the pocket.
That was a great cut.
Didn't
Like I said,
really,
in league, I would
little close to
always.
really close on that.
Hey, and
one.
I like Ed's answer. In singles, yes, not in teams though. And I kind of yeah, I'm a little in teams. I don't want to let my team down, so I kind of agree with that. In singles, I might because it's just me, and it's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of agree with Ed there.
That's one I'm 50-50 on. Like I said, I personally, I would always do it, but I can understand why people might not.
So Ed, we don't want Kenny on our team.
Whatever. No, I just won't friggin' foul.
Okay,
That's
as
how
long
you
as
solve that problem.
you can play on our team as long as you're not going to foul.
Yeah, I just never foul. Problem solved.
I like Caleb. He says I'm out myself no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's an argument that definitely can go. That's,
It's always an interesting one to bring up.
I hate outing myself. I'll give you that. I don't want to, but I will do it.
Now, weekly league, I always say something, and it's because it's not. You're playing against your friends, and it's just not that.
It's not that high pressure crucial. You really got to win sort of thing.
You're not playing for a state championship or a national championship or.
But it doesn't feel dirty to you a little bit? Like if you fouled, right, didn't get a rep.
Hey, I've fallen in the mud so many times. Dirty's not an issue. I grew up on a farm, feeling dirty. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I just go home and take a shower. Yeah, I don't tell them, and then I go home and take a shower. Feel better.
Feel better after that?
Yeah. Oh, I think she thought she might be hitting the.
Well, I think she was kind of just going, I got to make this because I'm not sure what I want to do with that. And a little bit of praying going with that.
She's happy she didn't go on the side.
Yeah, if she had nicked the 8, she might have been okay.
Can she shoot this 3 off the 14?
Whew. Maybe. It looks like it's almost got the right angle. I feel like this table's been going a while. Is the other table finished up once? Or?
No.
Okay, they're still in the same game. I kept looking up there, and I didn't see very many balls. I was trying to remind myself to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Well, she's just looking. Hot Shots has got players at both tables, so that's what they want.
I think, of course, is going to get another shot on this table. The odds are fairly high they're going to get to the table one more time because that looks like a tough shot.
They're at the table with a pretty good opportunity, and now on table 1 too.
Where they got high ball on table 1?
They do.
Yeah, that looks pretty clean to me. Just make sure you're on that right side of the 8 somewhere. Anywhere on the right, and you're happy. Or on the bottom. I just don't want to be, in that top left.
It's hard to remember that their team name is, of course, I'll have another. I just want to call them the Booze Hounds.
Yeah. Yeah. My eyes are doing this weird thing right now. I can't read the text on the screen. Or the text on the back of their shirts, rather. Yeah. I think she's going to go ahead and try to play it off the 14.
Get away from the 8.
Oof,
She's
almost-
okay.
Almost hooked herself.
Yeah, I think she just called, or either they just motioned for a referee or she pointed.
Well,
And here comes,
who do we got this time? Oh, it's Bill
we
again.
got Dwayne.
Nope, that's Dwayne.
We got Dwayne coming to the table.
Yeah, she's going to try to cut it, I guess.
Okay, Dwayne's going to stand out of the way so we can see this too. She is
Oh.
kicking at it. Holy smokes,
That's
what in the world?
interesting.
And she fouled.
I wonder if she was thinking she could kick it coming from that angle enough
think-
to leave it there.
Yeah, I think she saw that, okay, coming from that angle, it'll go. And she didn't really see that it would probably go on a carom also.
Maybe.
These are first round matches. The women just started at 2, right?
2 o'clock,
Yeah,
yep.
2 o'clock. So this is both of these teams' first match.
Yep, and I gave them 2.5-hour rounds. Generally speaking, here in Texas, 2-hour rounds gets it done. But I had a little bit of spare time so I figured this way we don't fall behind if we get a bunch of hill matches throughout the day, because those will drag your tournament out real quick. Yeah, next match will be a women's match as well, and then following that, I think we have 2 more men's matches, and then that's it for today.
Oh, now the men are scheduled at 2 hours, correct?
No, 2.5.
2.5. Oh,
Everything's set at
everybody's
2.5,
2.5.
yep.
Okay.
I figured that hopefully give us some gaps in between matches for catch up and for us to take a quick break in between
Ketchup,
streams.
mustard,
I knew you were going there.
hamburgers. Hey, I heard what's his name out here?
You got to be more specific than that. Are you talking about Sippy?
Sippy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fajitas tonight.
Oh, I'm betting those will be good. Yeah, apparently at the Texas State Championship, we tailgate our pool tournaments. We set up about 20 bajillion carnival tents.
Okay, they have camp spots here, like motorhome, and they sold.
It's basically hookups. Yeah.
They sold all of them but one, and Sippy has 4.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have a motorhome out there.
No,
He brought in his truck with his. He's a Houston Texans season ticket holder, so his utility trailer is all decorated up for like the Texans. Set up about 4 big canopies. He's got multiple barbecues out there. There's alcohol. There's music.
I think he told
They
me
know how to do.
He said they actually brought in a cook, like a guy who is he's not
said,
a player.
Yeah, he
He's
said
just there to
today that
cook.
he's bringing in a guy just to cook.
This is like they know how to do it right in Texas.
Yes, they do.
The only pool tournament I've ever been to where you tailgate.
Because I was like, holy smokes, he pays for all these spots. And they said, well, no, that guy over here and this guy over here, he chipped in. So it's a big party out there.
Oh yeah, well they had music jamming last night, pretty good. It's a thing, If you're watching this and you're in Texas and you're not at this tournament, you're doing it wrong. That's all there is.
I'm going to have to go out and take a picture of.
Oh yeah. Well, I was saying yesterday, I'm going to go out there one time and there's going to be a Ferris wheel and a bunch of, carny games set up. It's going to get crazy. They're getting out of control. Oh.
Hot Shots has got a chance to go ahead here.
What happened on the other table? Haha, see, when you get talking, you forget what's
Um,
going on. We're having fun, though. All right, so
Yeah,
you back?
if somebody in the
Oh, he's asking for help now.
if
What
somebody in the chat room saw who won that last game on the table up there in the little box in the corner,
Yep.
let us know.
Or back it up.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to send Rich out there and check the score.
Don't run away. We're not making you do work. Chill out. It's not that hard.
It's not considered work.
What?
Either that or you can sit here and commentate, and I'll go check the
Oh,
score.
no, you guys,
Yeah,
you guys are great together.
yeah.
Odd couple.
Booze Hound Sports Bar, Battle Road. Just like twist your back just a little bit. I can almost read what city that says. I think that's an O at the end. Stop.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
All right. Well,
I think this is gonna put Hot Shots on the board with this one.
figure out what our missing
We're gonna
one
have
was.
to figure out who won the last game on table 1.
What was that? That was a strange. Was she stretching out?
I'm not sure. Oh, she's got the cue ball.
Oh, it looked like she was talking to someone behind her, but that's
I
what
think,
the cameras
yeah,
are.
I think she's. Oh, that doesn't mean there isn't people standing over there.
No, true. The camera would be over it. But it was just weird. She like stretched her arm out like she was stretching her back, and then looked like she was talking behind her. I'm like, what's going on there?
Talking to somebody.
See, I don't like this. She's making herself shoot off the rail. Why not put it,
Well,
in the middle of the table-ish,
Yeah.
or on the
She
other
didn't-
side and shoot towards the
she
bottom
didn't think
corner?
she could reach it.
Yeah, she's fine, but I would be uncomfortable shooting right on the rail if I don't have to with ball in hand.
Right.
And give yourself just a little bit extra space to be more comfortable. All right, I'm gonna go. You got 8-5? I'll go figure out what it is. What it is.
Yeah, Kenny took off to see who won the last game on this table. We all got to talking. And it was, of course, I'll have another. So that means our score is 8-6.
All right. Yeah, I'm walking by and they're like, "Here, come sit at the tournament desk and do tournament stuff." I'm like, "You just sent me back here so that you could do tournament stuff. What's wrong with you? I can't do it all." Well, you know what? I could do it all at once. Set this thing up at the tournament desk. I'll score sheets while commentating on the match.
That's right.
Cable's long enough. I can get there.
How hard could it be? Of course, here it's stuffing the score sheets with, I don't think the cable's quite. We'll get Jeremy on
We'll
that.
get an extension.
We need a wireless headsets. There
Yeah.
you go. That would do it.
That'd do it. Wander off up front, order our food while still on the
Wireless headset. You know, I'm back here like keeping the score and stuff. You could just sit up there, score sheets, because you're looking right at the table,
Yeah.
commentating, talking to players.
Shoot, we only need like 2 people to run the whole
No.
tournament then.
Yeah.
We're good.
I think you and I could.
Yeah, we'll
We're
do the
onto
whole
something here.
thing. Might actually make a decent
We'll just-
amount of money that
We'll
way.
just cut those other Joneses all loose.
Yeah. I honestly, if we could pull it off, I don't think they'd object. What do we got?
Well, I
Low
know
ball?
one of them wouldn't.
Low ball? Are we shooting at low balls or high balls?
She is shooting at the the 2-ball.
The combo.
She's going to combo the 4, which she missed.
All right. Hey, look, it's the almost the Big Dipper over there on the other table. It was almost there. You move that 8 ball out a little bit, you got it.
It was pretty close.
I'm seeing constellations on pool tables.
Okay, what
folks.
do you got? What do you got on this table?
That's
That's what
what's the W-ish one? It's like it's the twins.
people
right?
are like. People go, oh look, this is what it looks like to me on the table we're looking at here. It's like
Yeah, when people
I
point
can
at
find
constellations, you're
the
like, yeah, that's
the big and the little dipper. I can find the rest of them. It's like, yeah, you're using your imagination.
I used to know quite a few of them. I was kind of into astronomy a little bit at one point. Like Orion's Belt. That one's one I can always spot. The 3 stars, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that
I
one's
can-
easy
I
to
can
spot.
find that one. Yeah.
And the big and little Dipper, which Alaska. That's kind of a cultural thing, right? Lots of local, mythology and lore and whatnot.
Nothing was funnier than when they came out with something that, like all the astrology charts are wrong, and they were moving the dates, and it was like, I couldn't believe how many people were like, oh my God, I've lived my whole life. I was like, are you kidding me?
Hey, now you never know. Maybe that's legit. Don't bash on people.
I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just like, seriously, this is the issue of the day.
This is this is the thing that affects your life. Yeah, well, it happens. Well,
That monitor's easy on the eyes, isn't it?
for a few hours, it's easy on the eyes. Then they start getting a little tired.
It'd be easier if we would have stopped that keg right here. There we go. I thought about that last night. It was like, we could just run a hose over here.
That's funny. Mayborn staff, they're good people.
These guys are great.
They're fantastic to us pool folk. I like this place. I think we're gonna be here for quite a few years to come.
They hope so.
I hope so. The load in here is a lot easier than a lot of other options.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. They even drive the forklift for us.
It's not the easiest load in, but it's by far not the worst. Oh, shooting from on the rail, that sucks. Oh, caught the 9 on the way by. Almost still had it, though.
I think she was shooting the combo, but that would have counted.
I think she was trying to get
I think
through
she was
there.
playing the 13.
I think she was trying to shoot through there and just nick the edge
maybe.
of it. Because
Yeah,
she
you might
went
be-
all the way into the
you
rail
might
and then
be right.
back out, so there
You might be
probably was enough room. Wait, what was that? I might be right.
You might be right.
Oh.
Might. I said might.
I know, all right. It's stipulation.
And it's pool. It has to do with pool, not anything else. So don't get too excited there, Kenneth.
I don't ever get excited. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not an excitable person.
Okay.
I'm not excitable
You're
at
not
all.
excitable at all. Nah, you barely have a pulse.
Barely have a pulse. Sometimes people think I'm actually just a dead body sitting here. That was nice.
Which
right down the middle.
location is the worst load in?
The worst load in? The Sands.
Well, we're not
when
at.
we used to be there.
When we used to be at the Sands, that was definitely the worst.
Hands down the worst. First of all, it would snow like the world ended every year.
Well, we were always there in February.
Yeah.
We actually had to build. They didn't have a service elevator to get the pool tables up to the second floor.
Well, now, hold on. Before you get to... Okay, so we had to build basically train tracks to get up there.
Yeah.
But first you had to go to the BCA office, load that crap into the truck, fit it around all the pool tables with no... it's all these sharp, pointy pieces of metal that are 200 billion degrees all the time because the sun never stops in Vegas. So you load that up. You get there. You have to put this thing together in the downpour snow doom. There's actually Justin Collette from TAR's got a picture of like 2 feet of snow on top of the forklift.
Yeah, I've seen
Right?
that picture.
Yeah, it's insane. So then you build this thing, but at the bottom of the stairs where you build this, they had the poker sign-up table.
that. They had blackjack
And
tables.
they had a blackjack
I mean,
table.
so we had to do this at like 2, 3 o'clock in the
Right.
morning when people aren't like in the
Yeah,
casino.
so you
really.
you manually push the tables in. You have to actually, because of where their poker thing sits, the way they bolted in the floor, you have to pick up the table in its cart and turn it like good 3 feet. Then you have to strap the whole thing. You have to drag it up the stairs with this winch.
Winch it up there.
But
It was-
it
it
gets
was a-
better. Every year, the wrench would break. Every year, at some point, it would just stop for a
Yeah.
while. Normally, we'd get it fixed, but there'd be at least 2 or 3 tables you have to manually push up there. Then you push them all the way across the room, and then you have to flip them down, and then you had to. That floor in that place was so bad that you could walk around the table. I would tell someone to stand on the other side of the table when I was leveling it, and it would throw my lines off two lines, or my levels off 2 lines. Then you run the tournament nonstop, and you turn around and load it all back out. That one was the worst.
Yep, that was definitely.
We used to say you're not a real bad boy till you've loaded in the sands. Sadly, we don't do that anymore. And eventually, I'd like some new grunt employees that I can call bad boys. So I got to take it off the list. But that one was
Probably our worst is Lincoln City, Oregon, because we have to flip the tables into a cart, put them on an elevator, send them up, and then they have to flip them back down put the legs on, flip them back down.
drag them across the room.
Yeah.
Thank God for the electric pallet jack, because we used to have to push them across that floor.
Right.
Yeah, there's what is that, Wisconsin, that we did this first time, that me and Jeremy and Amy went up and did. That one was pretty rough, not necessarily because the load-in was so bad, but because it was so cold.
Mm.
It was like friggin' 15 below, 20 below zero. You're loading basically everything outside.
Yeah.
What we got going on over here?
We are at 8-7 right
8-7.
now.
Wow, they're keeping it close. They jumped out early too. What was it? Hot Shots jumped out early. I think it was.
Hot Shots jumped out, or no, it was, of course I'll have another, jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and then Hot Shots came back with 4 in a row, and it's kind of been going back and forth since then. But
Just leave it alone. Yeah, that's probably a good option. Why didn't I have that option the other day?
you did, you just didn't use
I
it.
didn't see it.
It's 300 seconds or something like that.
Oh, yeah, but it didn't show up when I clicked on it. I had ban and whatever. I was gonna mess with Mr. Rick Donner, but
It's not because from what Jeremy says, once you ban somebody, it's permanent. You
yeah,
can't
that's
unban them.
that's why I didn't.
That's
push
why
it, 'cause I
something
almost
like
did
something
it on
like that. Now
accident.
there's some of them, if I'm sure it's a bot, I just I ban them. But with this, I just delete the message, put them in time. I give them a time, give them a timeout. Now if they do it again, then they're gone.
For the most part, the chat seems to be behaving pretty good today.
Yeah.
Mostly. So, yep. For those of you who haven't heard me do it yet, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it. That'll give you notifications for when we go live like this or when we upload videos. We do that from time to time where we'll record and upload after an event. Be sure to hit the like button. The more times you folks like this video and like other videos, people who like similar videos to you will be prompted to see our video, which means our audience gets bigger and we can keep bringing you these free streams and videos, which is a pretty important thing. Likes are good. Likes are life. If you don't like what we're doing, mute me and put on some music in the background. Oh, that's weird. What were you looking at? Oh, notifications.
Yeah, people will type in comments or something.
Oh.
Well, we got Bill at the table here. We have no idea.
I'm going to assume that she's shooting a ball.
But I mean, we'll have
and it's
no
going to be
idea
close.
whether his call is going to be good or bad because he's standing in front of the camera.
I have faith in him.
I
I
do
think
too.
about probably 97 to 98% of his calls are good. You watch, he's going to be back here like a week from now, and he watches this video. He's like, "Hey, man, what the?" Looks like a player's
Oh, I
thinking
think
about it again.
It's okay. She's close to the 7. I think she's shooting a stripe.
And stick that belly right in the whip. Well, that looks weird.
Let's just see
Come on,
if the
come on, do a
7
little doodle
moves.
right here. This could be funny, like deflating the balloon or something. Be funny if you sucked his gut in right as he shoots into it. Aw, come on.
I have sound effects that I was thinking of, but it's like, nope.
Popped him. That's funny. She must have scratched, actually. It looked like.
She did.
Yeah.
Made his call easy.
Hey, can't complain about that as a
I
referee.
think that's, last thing I'm going to do is foul, and it goes in the side. I just look at him, shake my head, and go, well, thanks for making it easy on me, or something. Sorry, but hey, you made it easy on me.
Well,
you try to make something,
Yeah, I don't.
try not to rub it in.
I don't enjoy refereeing at all. I have no interest in doing it, and I probably will do my best to never go out on the floor to make a call if I can help it.
You would be good, though.
Yeah, no. I don't enjoy it. But I will say that when I have gone out on the call, when I make a call on the table, I always wait till that cue ball is completely stopped moving because I've seen it just trickle into a pocket.
Yeah.
When I was kind of questionable about my call, I've been like,
I always tell players.
Thank God.
I always tell players, if you're really paying attention, you'll know whether I'm going to call it good or bad. I said if it's bad, I call it right away because it doesn't matter,
Right.
But if I'm waiting and I'm not saying anything, that means it's probably going to be called good.
Yep. Yeah, because you don't want to call it good and then watch that something else happen. You're like,
Greg says, how'd she manage to scratch? With the belly, we'll never know. I think she was so intent on avoiding that 7 that she just flat missed the edge of the stripe she was going for.
Yeah, I do not know, Sam. I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Oh. Did she miss cue, or did she just pop her cue up on purpose like that?
She played a safety.
Well, no, but the way it watched in the background. Watch as she pops her cue up. Okay, now she just picked it up right after she stroked. It just looked weird. It looked like she kind of snapped it up a little bit.
Because she was talking, they were thinking about getting a referee for that, and she said, I'm just going to play safe. So.
Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of a mess down here.
Wayne says he loves it. Good, because you're going to get to do plenty of it at Nationals.
Yeah. You can take all the calls I would have had to do.
Yeah, that's right. Wayne will take all of Kenny's calls and his calls.
You know what I do kind of enjoy secretly? I hate to say it, but when an issue on the floor comes up to it's complicated. It's like a really obscure rule. Weird. I actually kind of enjoy when those come up to the desk and I have to break down this side and that side and figure out what this guy thought and what this guy did and what. I do kind of enjoy that part of it, but actually making watching calls.
Those are okay. It's just I don't like that. It's you don't really have the time to think things through as much as you'd like. It's okay, you're holding up a match. We've got to make a decision. You're trying to get all the information.
What? No, that was a different match. Go away.
Yeah, that was an hour ago. It was a different match. It was 8-7. Wayne says, "Bring it on."
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's so naive. I love them when they're young.
Well, and what's funny is because at Nationals, it's a million miles an hour all the time. You got a million balls in the air. But at the tournament desk, we have headsets, and I've got players coming up and they're asking me questions all the time. But I have that headset. I'm listening to everything that's going on in the room all the time. Which it's funny because of one of the guys who worked for us I think he'll be coming this year, work as one of our table techs. He's like, "Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Those headsets, they look all FBI headsets. Let me try one on." Then he put it on. About 10 minutes later, he came through the thing down on the table in front of me and said, "I can't do it, dude. The voices in my head, they won't stop. They don't stop."
Well, back in the day when certain referees were there, oh, we need
Oh,
a
you guys always talking anyways.
referee to
You
table
referees.
1.
Let's see who we get this time.
I'm gonna predict.
I'm gonna say Dwayne because she was looking down towards the other side of the room. Quit looking through. Hey, quit looking through the crack over there. You can see the table. Ah,
Nuts,
it's
Bill.
Hey, Bill. Welcome
He
back.
just. Oh, come on, Bill. Don't do this to us.
No, suck that gut in. Looked like it was good. Assuming she was
I
playing
was
the
gonna
one.
say, look good to me. But
I
Bill
didn't-
was kind of in. We weren't in the best position for that
No, but the
shot.
15 didn't move at all.
No. And she didn't double hit it, so it was good.
But yeah, it's funny because something will come up to the desk, and I
But this
already have
one-
heard about it for a while.
She almost
Right?
stretched.
Yeah, I've heard the referees. So and so come to so and so. Can I get a supervisor to this?
Yes.
I know it's coming, right?
Yeah. Now you can kind of get yourself prepared.
Yep. Or alternately, I'm gonna take a smoke break. Someone else can drive for a couple minutes. Here, you get to be in the driver's
Here,
seat.
Delana, sit here. And
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I'm gonna just strategically turn off my radio so you can't find me.
Greg says it might have been a bad hit, but with the belly, we'll never know. Oh, he's back. Well, that one was bad.
Yep.
She scratched.
Made it easy.
And I think he may have called it good, and because I think he may have called it good, and then it went in because he kind of threw his hand up.
And that's why you go ahead and let it wait for a second.
You don't make that good call right away. Makes you look goofy.
Makes you look goofy. Doofus.
Or I like the players, they shoot and then they scratch and they go, well, before I scratched, was it good?
I've
And I
never
look at him
had
and go,
that, but
I have no idea. I was just glad it scratched.
that would,
I like to mess with them.
I would totally do that.
Or I've done this. It's like, was it good before it scratched? Hang on. I reach in, pull out a coin, flip it, and go, yep, it was good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be fun, too. I like it. I like it.
If I know the players.
Yeah, you got to be
I
careful
don't just,
because
I don't just
sometimes
do
they
that.
don't have a sense of humor.
No, you got to know, if you know the players.
I have to assume that people who are listening to us and watch our channel like us, they probably generally have a sense of humor. Well, we're a pretty rowdy group, so they probably like it.
This ref doesn't know there's a camera. Well, of course he knows there's a camera. That's why he's blocking.
Yep.
Well, he has to get in the position that he needs to be in to make the call, camera or no camera.
Yep. That's one of the things that see, and I'm on the ref page because, someone keeps adding me to the thing, even though I keep trying to get off of it.
Technically, well,
Technically I am a ref, but they'll do like these videos, right? And it's like, is this a good hit or is that a bad hit? I'm like, well, you're taking the video from the wrong friggin' spot.
Yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to know? This is not where you're supposed to be standing.
That's right.
So, and you got to be in the right spot because 99% of calls, other than, what's just obvious because it's so obvious, is physics. If you can boil almost anything down, even without being able to see the table,
Right.
if you know where the lines are, it's all physics.
Caleb, I apologize. I was playing with my pen.
Oh, the clicking.
The clicking I was
I was
playing.
wondering if they could hear that.
I'm thinking, there's no way. Yeah, but, sorry. I
Yeah.
put it down.
I'll give you his address. You can show up and give him a proper beating.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm telling you, Caleb wears headphones when
Okay,
he watches.
so that was coming through, but now your mom just walked through like talking like a sailor. That didn't come through.
Well, technically, this is the internet. I could really say whatever I want.
Well, yeah, no.
I just try to behave a little bit.
But I'm thinking that clicking is not as loud as she was.
No. Well, we basically, she grew up in an auto body shop. I grew up.
Right,
We
yeah.
can cuss like sailors. Like
No. I know that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I spend enough time with you guys. But nobody ever says, "Geez, that lady in the background."
Yeah. Well, it's definitely got to be the headphone. Oh, well, that
opened up
ball's
the.
out of the way.
She did leave the 14.
Yeah. The headphone people probably can hear every little breath, every time I, breathe. Every time I laugh, they get that wind sound.
Breathe.
Yep. It's funny because I'll watch YouTube stuff randomly, and the people are commentating or talking whatever streaming. They'll talk about sorry, Mr. Headphone Guy. It's pretty common that just the sound that is so much more than they hear every little thing. They could probably hear a fart in the wind if they wanted to. Just turn it up a little bit. Well, that's not quite the way you want to go.
She caught that point.
Well, yep. You're a banking.
She does have a path down here, though. And
Nice.
she took. Oh my
Oh.
gosh. She could not have hit that too much better.
Man,
wow.
she put her head in there. I wanted to see how close it really
It was.
was.
It hit the
was
point.
close.
It
Yeah,
hit the
she was
point
leaning
going
it in as hard as she could.
It hit the bottom point and then rattled up.
It's funny to watch players try to lean it in. I
Yeah.
do it. We all do it. Anyone who plays pool for any amount of time, unless your body hurts so much that you can't lean like that.
We've got an old guy at the pool hall that I swear he's gonna hurt himself. I mean, every shot I look at him and I go, dude, this is not a bowling alley.
Wait, that
Stop
works
that.
in bowling? You can lean it in
Oh,
afterwards?
people, have you ever seen bowlers?
I
they're
used to bowl, yeah.
constantly.
I used to bowl a little bit. Yeah, I probably did it there too.
Oh, Caleb said hurt her too. She sounded scared.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
She just needed a break from a player that was not being nice.
It happens. If all the players were nice, it wouldn't keep us on our toes.
Well, 90% of them are awesome.
Yeah, well, what was it we said? We've got 997 players here who are fun and awesome and fantastic good. 3 that I could do without. There's always just a handful.
Well,
that,
but that 3 became 2 because one of them we are doing without.
One of them we are already doing without. Yeah, most of the time, players are pretty good. It's just, I understand getting heated about things or, having an issue with things, but you got to remember, we do it the best we can, and if you're reasonable, we'll be reasonable, and, nobody's got to get out of control. Nobody dies because something happened at a pool tournament, right? Ooh,
well,
stay out of there. Okay, nobody
people
should.
have died at pool tournaments.
Yeah, medical things, but I'm just saying, it's like, if you're a EMT, if you have a bad day at work, people die, right?
Oh, okay.
Or
if you're a pool player.
If you're a pool player, if you have a bad day, nobody died.
You might starve.
You might starve. Yeah, yeah. You might not be able to feed your family,
you
but
might starve.
But yeah, you got to take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt there. Just mellow out. We're all trying to have fun here. We all love the game, or we wouldn't do this, right?
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
There you go.
Hey,
right
I can read it this
you
time.
You can read it. San Antonio. The Booze Hound.
Perrin.
Of course, I'll have
Road?
another. They're from San Antonio.
There we go. Now we know. I'm a poet. And I didn't know it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with something a little better. I'm sure there's a better line. Mr. Baker, the jinx maker. It's gonna stick.
Yeah,
And
no,
Caleb,
it's not.
spread it around.
No, it's not. Here comes the referee staff back here.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't want to watch these videos, Bill, because I totally dogged you every time you went to the table. Look at here.
Bill.
Yeah. Show him the text.
You're in the way.
Somebody's in trouble.
I told him, yeah, he knows his camera. That's why he's standing there.
Yeah, Greg, referee's going to be coming for you now.
Oh, they need a referee on the TV table.
You almost escaped. So
All right, we
close.
told him not to stand in front of the cameras. Let's see what he...
You watch, he's going to go make a face in front of the camera. I would. 100% I would.
All right, we got to switch over to two.
Nah, you can see it. You can see it enough.
I think she's shooting the 7.
Oh, that's going to be a close one.
Oh, wow, look at this.
That was really
Holy
good.
smokes.
Almost made it.
That was really good.
Good job. Good call. Good call. Are you going on break? All right.
We gave him a...
You know what would be funny is if you came back here and asked us to see if we could back it up and replay. Hey, man, did that look good to you? Let me see it again. I like that little kick the ball in there move. See that?
Yeah.
Just kinda,
Body
kick it.
English, yep. Give it a little hip check. Gave that 8-ball a little hip check.
Well, player A just swung by and talked to player B on the way by. I wonder what.
Caleb,
that was
have a
about.
good afternoon.
What? You leaving?
Hopefully you can join us later.
You know what you do? If you can't join us later, spend all night watching the videos to catch back up.
There you go.
They'll be on there forever, so you got time. Middle of the night, don't sleep.
If you guys do have to do horrible things while we're streaming, like go to work, sleep, that kind of stuff. Yep, these
all that
videos
normal world stuff.
you can see what you missed. Oh, we got Johnny Layden at the table.
There have been a lot of really touchy shots on this table. This match in general has just been full of them.
Well, he's not in the way this time.
I'm thinking that was probably good based on where that cue ball ended up.
Yeah, looks like it must have been good. We're going to give it to her. So that ties us up at 8-8.
And back to the other table we go. What do we still got? 3 balls on the table? Oh, no, the other one's...
Oh, that ended too.
So somebody's got 9. I guess I'll go find out
who was shooting. Do we know who was shooting the high balls?
No, I don't. I don't remember. I'll go look.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Alrighty, so Hot Shots won that other game.
Yeah, we got Hot Shots at 9. This might take a moment because they started breaking down their cues because apparently they did not all pay attention.
Everybody thought it was a race to 9.
Apparently, when he told everyone to raise their hands so they knew that they all heard him, apparently this team did not. They did not know.
So the other team should, when they raised their hand, should have slapped this team.
Yeah, well.
Hey, you get to 9, you're like, yeah, we won. Sometimes it'll work.
Yeah. So we got
So
a
Hot
couple
Shots,
more.
having thought they already won, are now back playing pool.
Let me play with my phone for a second here. Don't mind me.
That can be a little tough if you're over there celebrating and jumping around, think you won hill, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you got to
Yeah.
win 2 more games.
Well, we'll let them know a bunch of times before they started.
Well, and their score sheet does say 11.
It should. Well, first round might not have printed saying 11. It is possible that it didn't print
And
out
the
with
score
11 on
sheet
it.
that they fill out
Oh yeah, the
says 11.
yeah. Hold on, I can zoom in on it if you give me the mouse for the other camera. Yeah, it says race to 11 on it. No biggie. What Wayne Knight over there unsay? What I missed what he said and then retracted.
Oh, I don't know.
He's probably being a smart ass. I'm watching you, Mr. Wayne. And that announcement you possibly hear in the background is them announcing once again and reminding him that they go to 11. Oh, stay away from that 8 ball.
Why are we not getting action on table 1?
Well, I thought I saw her over there digging
There
around
is
under the
nobody doing anything over there.
I don't know. They got all the cues put back together, can you tell?
I see cues put together. They're now looking at a score sheet.
Looks like she's gonna take the 7 or the 6. Wayne, he'll be on his best behavior. I don't know. I don't know what his best behavior looks like.
No, it's behavior. It's not behavior.
Oh. I can't see that far, Brad. I'd like squint real hard and lean almost all over your shoulder.
It is a close match. I'm kind of wondering why we don't have somebody up here on table 1 racking those balls. In fact, I'm going to...
Well, where is this at? 2 o'clock round.
Yeah, they're already over time.
So they're overtime. Really? Normally
Well,
here in
here
Texas,
comes-
they stay on
Oh,
time.
looks like I think somebody left the arena. She's
Okay.
finally come. Okay.
Yeah, because normally here they play faster than quite a few other places we do tournaments. So 2.5 hours should be enough time to finish up the set. There was a lot of ref calls of this. A lot of safety, hooking and whatnot going on. So tends to slow it down a little bit.
Oh, Wayne. I got 2 words for you.
Those
Paul
aren't, those aren't words. That's a name. Yeah, you watch. My phone's going to go off any second now. Paul's going to be like, hey, I heard you were talking about me. He's probably not even watching this. He probably can sense it. There's tingling going on. Somebody's talking about me. It's that Ken Jones guy.
Somebody will text. Hey, Brett just said you weren't on your best behavior all the time.
You realize that is his best behavior?
Ouch.
Oh, I love you, Paul. Most of the time. Sometimes.
Every
Oh, almost got there.
we love him the 6th week of every month. I want to know whatever happened. He was going to run for mayor of Penticton.
He's still apparently going to do that.
Is he still looking to?
Yeah.
He's going to make Penticton great again.
He's going to make.
Did I tell you? You could make pool great again in Penticton.
Well, actually, that might be a thing that's happening soon. I didn't say anything though, but there might be something going on in the near future in the Penticton area again.
Good. I hope so.
I
I missed that.
I love that town. That's my
That was
my
one of my
favorite
favorite tournaments.
yeah, there might be something going on in the BC Canadian area soon. Hopefully, maybe.
They knew how to party almost very similar to the players down here. He's in his own world.
Yes, Paul is. It seems to be a happy world. I mean, he seems to enjoy that world. It looks like a fun world. I kind of want to be in that world. I'm okay with that world.
You gotta love any tournament where the bartenders bring Jello shots to the tournament.
Yeah. Okay. I retract my statement earlier about not drinking at the tournament desk. I don't drink or anything at the tournament desk because obviously
Unless
it's
you're in
unprofessional.
Canada.
Except for, well, no, not Canada, just that one tournament, Penticton. That particular tournament, it's a different mentality, right? Like the whole tournament is different. It's just unlike any other one.
It really is.
That one, yeah.
It's more of a party and
yeah, it's a party where a pool tournament broke out, right? I mean,
it's a party and oh yeah, people are playing pool.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, playing at pool. Most of the time, there's so much drinking going on that it's not exactly pool anymore. It resembles pool, but it might not be pool. Excuse me. I'm over here belching into the mic.
Wayne says he's putting on a pool tournament next month. Yeah, it's in the pool hall. I think that's the one that we used to go up and do in the.
Yeah, it's gotten a little smaller.
Used to be at the curling rink.
I like the curling rink location. The
That was awesome.
bar upstairs with the curling cameras straight up above the tables.
Mm-hmm. It was cool.
That was cool. Well, that fireball's gonna be a thing. I'm not really sure. If I've got even a little bit of angle here, I might just drill it into that corner and try to suck it back and break those two up.
Suck.
Draw, suck, whatever.
You're not gonna suck it into those two.
If I had
You were
enough
going. You were. Oh, she did. That's a good shot there. She blocked the 15.
angle. Yeah, that'll work.
I don't know if she was playing that. I think she was though.
What are you talking? It was right here, boom, and drush.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You can't. You would have had to cut it over here to draw it back over there.
I'm just saying that's what I might have tried to do. if you have enough angle to do it, go that way.
Kitty needs a nap.
Whatever.
She didn't have any angle to go over there.
I'm just saying, if you had the angle,
If you had.
and she wasn't that far from the
We're
angle
gonna see
she
another
needed to
safety
do it.
here.
Oh, don't roll out there. Well, she's probably fine there.
That's real good. There's no shot at a solid. I would have wanted to just maybe bump the 14 and leave it there, but I think she can go. Well, she's going to kick at it. I think she's got room to go between that 15 and just bump the 2, but
I don't know what any of those people over there are doing. They're just coming in and out doors behind me. Yeah. Ugh. Well, hopefully I'm not here till 1 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
I actually
Just
thought
caught
she
the
would have
50
fit
yeah,
through there a little
I
easier.
thought she had room, but she didn't quite make it.
Well, I think it's not right that when I lean to the left or lean to the right, I can't get a better view of the freaking table from all the way back here. I'm so used to being able to lean out and look and go, okay, yeah, that looks way more like what I want to do.
Who is Mrs. Boo? Do you know her?
No idea. There's a picture thing on the thing, but I can't see that far. Dude, everything I look at looks like I'm opening my eyes
Says,
underwater.
come on, Kenny, really?
Whatever.
I agree with her.
Yeah, well. It's not that you agree, it's that you want to disagree with me no matter what. That's what that is. I know how you are. I'm watching you, Brett.
Well, the picture looks like a certain player that's usually here, but isn't this year.
But if I didn't, make up ridiculous shots, what would I talk about? That's my thing, is crazy ridiculous shots.
That's what I thought. It looked like Christy. And it is.
Is it?
Glad you could join us. We miss you guys.
Alright, so play this. I can't raise the tail straight from here. You guys took it away from me. That's what that is. Z bank it cross corner. Right side corner. Bank it long and it'll tighten up if you hit it solid.
Oh.
Oh! Oh!
You almost redeemed yourself there.
Wow. I kind of want to rewind that because I think, did the 14 move when she hit that?
No.
Okay. It was weird.
It's your eyes.
It probably is. I've got a thing going on with my eyes, actually.
It's called lack of sleep.
Well, that and an actual... I might need to go see an eye doctor soon.
I got to do that when I get home.
Yeah. 14. 14 with low right. Just come almost back out the same angle you
Adrian
come
needs
in.
to say something in the chat room once in a while. We miss him too. Hope you guys are well.
All right, well, play the 12. I personally like the 14 because that coming into it an angle near the rail, if you put low and away, depending on which side you're going, it almost always comes out roughly
she was playing
the same
a
angle you're
very
coming in.
advanced safety here. See, she rattled it. It comes down, 2 rails, comes
She
back up,
did hook her.
and
Well,
hooks her opponent on the 5. Boom.
I wonder what my average is for calling shots here. I think I'm.
Today?
Yeah. I was calling
You're
them
about
pretty
1
good.
out of 6.
I was calling them good this morning. I don't know
Oh,
what
I
you're
wasn't.
talking about.
That doesn't count. I wasn't here.
My batting average.
Your batting average.
Yeah. Oh, hey, if I'm above 300, I'll go to the Hall of Fame, buddy.
Baseball, the only thing you can fail 70% of the time and be a Hall of Famer. No, there are men and women playing today. The women started at 2, and we have, I believe there's another ladies match after this one scheduled.
One
on
more
these
ladies,
tables,
and then it's
we
2
go
men's
to
matches, and then we're done for done for the night. I'm pretty sure. God, I hope I'm laying in bed before that. I'd like at least 6 hours of sleep tonight. That'd be a nice number. I believe she's gonna end up banking this.
Well, oh, she must have called safe.
Really?
Nice call.
All right. I like that. I can get down with that. God, see, I wish I could walk around the table. Because I think
You know what I think I would do here?
What do you think you'd do?
I think I might just bump her 12 down to the bottom rail and give her ball in hand.
Yeah, maybe. The 8.
If she comes off the edge of that 5, she's going to leave a shot on the 12, and the 8's going to be broke out. I'm thinking, ooh.
See, I like where that 8 is for the bank and cross corner. Just
Now, I wouldn't make this 12 because you don't want to give her
No.
ball in hand on the 8 ball, but I would bump it down to the bottom rail to where it's kind of out of play a little bit.
I'd want to get all the way to that left rail. Oh wait, ball in hand. Never mind. For some reason I reversed the players in my head. Yeah. See if I can walk around the table. I want to see if that 5, if it goes in straight into the rail and off that 8 and has an angle for the cross side. So basically a bank carom.
Yeah.
That might be what I look at here. It was a ridiculous shot, but I mean, other than playing a safe where you give her ball in hand, like run that ball all the way down and leave those tied up, you don't have a whole lot to work with.
Yeah, both players are in one ball hell right now.
Yeah.
Is she calling the side or just tapping her fingers?
There's no way she's going to go for that
No,
shot.
no, she's not calling the side.
Not in a million years, but I would look at it before I, decided what I wanted to do.
Yes, it's easy to play
Oh,
from the
she's
couch.
going to kick behind it?
Oh, we got it.
That's
Oh,
really
this
tight.
is bad. This is bad.
I don't like this
I don't
shot
like
at
this
all.
choice. And it was a foul.
Yeah.
I sure hope the referee got that.
She got closer to getting behind it than I expected, though, honestly. I didn't think she'd get quite that close to getting behind it.
Well, that was oof. I didn't like that choice.
No, that's tough. I mean, no matter what you do, that's tough. And most people, if they're looking at safe, they're not looking at safe where they bump the other player's ball and just give you ball in hand. I mean, your instinct is not to do that, right?
So
if you can help it.
this 8 ball is going to tie everything up at 9. Both teams need 2. We will switch over to table 1. Catch the end of this game.
What? What's this? Someone's finally volunteered to come back here? Hell yeah, I'm going to go rest my eyeballs. By
All
that
right,
I mean go
everybody,
smoke.
we're going to get rid of Kenny.
Hey. Why you got to be like that?
Headphones pick up good, so you can just talk normal. Okay. This right here is the active match. He'll switch tables when he's going from one table to the other. That's the other table down in the top corner. And this is Brett Baker.
How's it going?
How are you?
Welcome.
Jesse Wilcoxon.
Jesse Wilcox.
We're going to welcome Jesse to Bad Boys TV. He's going to step in for Kenny. Do you know either one of these teams?
No, this is
Okay.
the first time I've seen them.
Alrighty. Well, we've got the girls in white are Hot Shots. They're from Houston. And team in black is, of course, I'll Have Another. And they are from San Antonio.
Very good.
And, of course, I'll Have Another is just about to take a 10-9 lead in this race to 11. And they did.
Absolutely.
So, they've reached the hill. And we'll switch back over to... So what I'll do is kind of keep everybody... Whichever one of these games looks like it might be the winning game, we'll try to...
Well, that's a busy setup. That's going to be a little bit of hard work on both sides.
Yeah, there's some... Well, of course, I'll Have Another needs one of these two games. Hot Shots needs them both.
Okay.
and it's kind of a bad situation. I guess the girls thought they were racing to 9 instead of 11, and Hot Shots it was 9-8, and they thought they had won. Started taking their cues apart, and then everyone said, no, no, we're going to, the referee had to come over and tell them, no, you're going to 11. So
Yeah.
it's kind of tough you think you've won a hill match, and all of a sudden, no, you need 2 more games, and they haven't won one since.
Well. Yeah, that's when you got to put your game shorts back on and go back to work.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough to maybe get back into battle mode.
Yeah. Well, the 6 ball jumped out there, got a little bit in the way, but I don't know if she can see that 14 clearly or not from this angle.
Looking at that table, it's like, well, I think I'd rather have the stripes than the solids, so
Yeah.
she's still okay.
Yeah, if she rolls forward a little bit, maybe she can bump that 5 out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Looks like she's got a good angle to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, she hit the point. I think she was a little too worried about.
Yeah. You always got to make sure you pocket your ball. I know the leave is always a big important thought just as you're fixing to stroke the ball.
Yeah. That split focus will get you.
It will. I've seen it happen a lot and had it happen a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've had it happen many, many times.
Well, the 10-3 is a problem. But I think she can be able to.
I don't know if she can go into the 10 off of this 4 or not. She may have too much.
Yeah. Well, she barely missed it.
She had just a little bit more angle than she wanted for that shot.
Well, the 14 ball, depending on if she wants to draw it back and then go for the 11, or if she needs to be careful, because if she runs into her next stripe, it could send that 8 ball running.
Yeah, that 8, you're gonna have to be careful. Last thing you want is an early 8 at this point in the match. Looks like she's taking this 3 ball.
It double kissed. Looked like it probably been a pretty good shot too.
Well, she's opened up that 12 nicely for
the 12 and the 10.
Yeah, the 10 was totally blocked.
Well, it doesn't look like she can see the 14,
yeah,
but she's acting
a
like
lot
she's
of times,
got it.
A lot of times on our monitor, it's like, no, this ball doesn't go, and then they roll it right in.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, make it look like butter.
She made it in the left side of the pocket.
Wow. Yeah, this angle is kind of deceiving at
It
times.
really is.
Well, that 2 ball's got her tied up with one of her balls, and the rest of them seem to be pretty easy. If she rolls forward on that 11, she can come back down here for the 14 and maybe come up and pop that 2 and break it out. That's a little bit too much angle.
Yeah, but she's probably going to have to shoot the 10.
Yeah.
Which she may be able to come across and clip that 15.
Yes, sir. A little inside English on that 10.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to hold that object ball on the path whenever you put a lot of inside on it.
These girls, I imagine, are starting to feel a little pressure now, too. It's getting down right to the nitty-gritty.
She's going to bank it.
Yeah, she's not thinking about breaking that ball out then. Oh, she almost did. Boy, she tucked that cue ball right in there.
She did. She played an excellent safety by accident. Of course, I don't think she really would have liked the shape if she had pocketed the 10.
Yeah, she'd pocketed the 10. She was not in. I don't think I don't think they can see this one ball.
She might be able to go rail first. I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly how
So
far that
probably-
8 is impeding the path.
Probably have to kick into the 1. Meanwhile, up in the corner there on table 1, they look to be about in the same position. Their table's a little more open. And she looks like she's taking dead aim at the 1.
Well,
Oh, caught the 2.
it's all right. At least
Yep,
she didn't
that's
foul.
a good hit.
Yep.
So
And she's got a pretty good position play, too. There's not a...
yep, she has not left an offensive shot.
No.
Well, Hot Shots has got both of their girls at the table. That's just what they need, since they need both of these games.
Guess she's going to try to break the 13. Oh. Well, she didn't need that foul.
No, that's gonna hurt.
Well, with the ball in hand, I guess she's trying to decide whether she wants to take the 2 and come up for the 6. The 3 looks like it can be able to pass the 10 and go into the corner.
Yeah, I think the 3.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking...
If it was me, I think I'd be wanting to shoot that 2 and kind of draw into the 12. Because I've got the 3 as a safety valve or an insurance ball.
Yeah. I like the idea of having something you can fall back on in case you don't
yeah.
get
Because I'm
perfect
thinking that kind of
shape.
opens that pocket up for the 6.
She really wants to...
She's just going to go ahead and take the 6. Pretty tough shot when you got to put it that close and you're shooting over a ball.
Yes. One thing that was brought up in another match just a few minutes ago was whenever you're placing the cue ball on the table, and even if your hand touches any other object ball, that's considered a foul.
Yep.
And there was a gentleman that did not understand that.
Yeah, it's okay when you're picking the ball up, but once you pick it up, yeah, now it's live.
It's live, and your
When you're-
hand
when
is
you're
part
put-
of the cue
yep,
ball
and
when you're placing it.
Yep. When you're placing it, if you touch. And I've seen some of the top pros foul that way. It's like, oh my goodness. Or they're rolling it around with the shaft of their cue.
Yeah.
And roll it into a ball. It's like, ah.
Well,
Well,
she covered the pocket. She tied up the 8.
Yep. That 8-3-10 is pretty ugly. She's not going to look at that. Well, I mean, if I wanted to run out, I'd be tempted to shoot that 2 and go into those balls, but
Yeah.
I think she's wanting to leave the 2 there for insurance in case she can't get out, which.
Yeah, a lot of the players that don't have the confidence to completely do a run out, they want to leave a good safety ball, and they want to take a few off at a time, which is not a bad plan. Well, she kissed off her 6. And the 6 in the corner or the side, I guess, is what she's going to be looking at next. Now, if she does play that 6 in the side, she could use some top left spin and bring it back down to try to knock the 3 out. I don't know if that's going to be what
Yeah, I don't know.
what she's looking at, but
Oh, we got the referee to table 1.
I guess she's going to try to bump it in and pocket that stripe and still cover that pocket. I'm not a fan of it, but if it works, well.
Oh, well.
It looked like she called that. She called the 3.
I was going to say, if she called, she almost made a great shot if she called the 3.
Yeah.
Well, she's left the 10 in the corner.
The 10 is.
You really want to play it off the 2 if you can.
Yeah, you do. But
I don't know how. From our monitor, it looks like it would go, but that 2 may be a little bit high.
Yeah, if she runs into that 8, it might slow the cue down from going too far. There you go.
Okay, that was good. She tried at least.
Well, at least she's got the pocket covered. I mean, depending on how aggressive they want to get with the solids here. Well, she could bank the 2 back across into the 3.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I would like to see. I mean, you have a pretty solid out, you know, play some draw, bring the cue ball back up towards the spot. And then
I'm either going to bank that 2 back into the 3, or I'm going to play a safety and try to come off the 2, pocket the 10, and leave them hooked on the 12. That's pretty much the...
Yeah.
You definitely want to do something with the 2 right now, though.
Yes, sir.
She's looking at the safety.
Yes, she is.
And she hit it perfect.
It worked out for her.
Perfect.
Yes, it did. But even if she does get ball in hand here, does that 12... I guess that's not hooked by the 2. Or the 2 hooked by the 12 from coming back over into the 3. I'm not sure. Because if it is, it'd almost be a situation where you just hand her the cue ball.
Looks like they got the referee coming over. Take a look at this one. And she's going to go 1 rail. And she hit the 8.
Well, I don't see that could be the worst option right now.
No, that's not. It's not the worst thing in the world. I kind of like here is maybe go ahead and pocket the 1 and then bump that 6 down here.
Is it
towards the 2 and try to set up a break ball?
Well, they're not wired, are they? I mean,
no, it doesn't look like they are.
It looks like she's going for the 6 and then maybe the 1 and try to come back down for the 3 and carry them over into the 2-12.
Yeah, I just don't like going into the last ball I need to shoot.
I agree. I would rather address that right now. I mean, because if you have ball in hand, you could set it behind the 2 ball and then drive it straight into the 3.
Right now, she could bank that 1 ball down here.
Yeah, well, one thing about it, there's always...
She's just called safety.
Yeah.
She gave the old throat cut.
I
think she's going to go ahead and pocket it.
There's always more than one way to look at the table. There's always more than one way to get the out. That's the beauty of the game.
Yeah. I don't think... Boy, I might just give her ball in hand here.
I agree, because she didn't go for the 2-3 last time.
No, she didn't. And you go in... Well, she made a good hit, but...
It was about a sellout, I think. 12 doesn't block the 8 in any way. I don't know. From this angle,
it's hard to tell.
It's deceiving.
But she can they can play the 3, the 2, and play the 8 up in
Yeah.
the top left.
Eight's got several other pockets on the table besides this one corner.
And this game is all, these 3 balls is all this team needs to sew up this match.
Well, they're going your route, bud. They're going to take the 3, then come back to the 2.
This came up nicely.
Yeah. It's a good spot to be. These rails are really live.
Yeah, they are. These
So if
tables.
she hits this thin, then she's going to be back out in the middle of the table, which is not what she's wanting. She's going to have to really be careful about her speed control.
Yeah, I would just pretty much just roll this in pocket speed. You don't want to come out too far.
See?
Well, now she may have to try to play this in the side. I think I'd go all the way up to the corner just because I'm going to leave the cue ball over on the right side just in case.
It's still doable, but it's a little bit more difficult than it had to be, I believe.
Yeah, about half of that speed would have been perfect, I think.
Yes, sir.
That was probably perfect speed for the Valley table back home.
Absolutely.
Well, here she goes. Let's see what. Oh, she banked it.
She wanted
Holy
to call it
smokes! Well,
bank.
she didn't leave it easy.
No, it's going to be a similar deal. Either we're going to get a bank from.
She fired it.
Yeah.
Well, that brings hot shots to the table, and they're at both tables, so they need both these games.
Oh.
Yeah, she tried to play safe.
Yeah, she
Just
needed
hit it
to
too
come.
thin.
Yeah, she hit it way too thin. If she'd come a little bit more full into that ball, then it would have come back out.
Yeah, that's
a
lot of players just they don't practice that. That's a great safety for 8-ball, but you rarely see people practice it.
Yes, sir.
Well, over on table 1.
Yeah, she's sitting there pretty nice. Oh, she just missed the point.
Ouch.
Oh my gosh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So either this 8-ball or. And that's it.
Watch the cue. Watch the cue.
Oh.
Watch it.
Wow.
And it hung up.
It hung up. And that is it, folks. That's going to give them the 11-9 win.
Well,
So, of course, I'll have
those girls came back. They fought hard.
They did. That was a good match. It was a good match.
It was.
All right. We'll take a short break here. And I believe we've got another ladies match coming up. Looks like Playmakers Brats and Momo's Little 8-Ballers will be our next match.
Very good. Well, congratulations. That was a tough battle.
Well, thanks for coming back and joining us for a few minutes. It was. All right, everybody. I'm going to shut this off for just a minute, and we'll fire it back up.
Sounds good.